Yo, guys. Okay. We're back, boys. Welcome back, welcome back.
One will be going to be Rogue versus SSG. Let's start breaking this one down. Rogue coming off that last win that Gibbs finally got right there, but Space Station again, a team that Subi thinks is going to be at the top. The question here, Subi, is, do you think they keep going here? I mean, we saw obviously your bracket there, but is Rogue going to make them work for it?
They're going to make them work a little bit, as in this is going to be a nice warm-up for SSG. I don't think Rogue is going to replicate that flash in a pan that they had in the last regional. I think SSG realizes how dangerous Rogue is because, don't get me wrong, after all the jokes, they are a very good team. And this isn't going to be a typical walk in the park for SSG, but I do think it's going to be not as close as many people think.
But this is a blockbuster, man. This game, Rogue is Regional 3 champs, Space Station Fall Major champs, so two reigning champs going at it. And I think, honestly, whoever wins this, I think can make that entire lower bracket run. I think if Rogue, there's a chance, because Regional 3, they didn't look good on day 3, but then day 4, they popped off. It's very possible. Space Station didn't look fantastic versus Energy, but that was Energy playing out of their mind. So I think Space Station, they normally find their form on day 4. I think they are the better team most of the time. Whoa. But we said that about Rogue. It's like, Rogue can't win this regional, and then they walk away with it. So I think it's going to be tight.
Jorby, you sounded surprised there when Subi said that it's not going to be close.
I think it is going to be close. Look, Space Station are playing well, and obviously
I need a mic, bro. I'm tired as crap.
To me, Rogue in that regional was
Jesus
not
Christ.
It was not flash in the pan. And this team, when they go up against the Titans, when they play NRG, Space Station, Envy, they hit a different gear. They play differently than they play KCP or the Peeps or Alpine. It's just a different team on the field. First Killer finds a new form. Like when him and Turanturo are clicking, and you know that they will be against the Space Station team, this is going to go the whole way down to the wire. I see no output of Game 7. And to me, Rogue might have the edge.
Let's go.
Well, chat, it's time for predictions, and we need your help. It's time for the Verizon fan vote. Get your votes in chat with those hashtags SSG or RGE. Whoever the team you think is moving on. Obviously, we saw these guys brackets earlier, but we'll reiterate here who we think is going to be moving on. Do some, maybe a quick who it is and a statement on why here. Let's start at the other end. We'll go Jorby, Subi, and then Gibbs.
Now, because it's Rogue, it will go to Game 7 because they don't know how to play Rock any other way, and Rogue will win in 7 games, taking down Space Station.
Okay, Subi.
Well, I can't wait to sit in the green room with Jorby on this one, going back and forth watching this, because I've got SSG in 6 games. I think SSG is going to come out a little slow out of the gates. Rogue's going to take game 1, and then it's just off to the races for SSG after that.
So the one big difference when we go to a major is that the time you have off.
You know that one tab that I had last time?
What did Space Station do with that time?
What the frick is that?
They flew everyone out. There's a team house with everyone involved. I think that pays off here. I'm going to say that they win in 5 games because of that.
Ooh. Okay, Rogue has surprised us before, but I feel like I'm still going to have to side with Space Station on this one. I don't think it's going to be a full just run through them kind of situation, though. I feel like there's going to be a fight here. Like, Rogue is definitely going to be putting up that fight. Again, Jorby mentioned, I think it was Jorby saying, with First Killer, he finds a new form when he hits that field, especially when it's against players that he knows he wants to prove against. Space Station Gaming has, just a lot of good talent on them, and First Killer's going to look at that and look at it as a challenge. So I think this will be close to chat. I'm curious what you guys are thinking here. It's not even close.
Bro, I can't find it at all, bro.
Oh my god. No, actually, Rogue fans are voting for SSG right now because
yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, never mind.
I think this
SSG should take this. This is gonna be again.
It'll be close, but SSG looking like the favorites to take this one, guys. Get on Twitter at @RLCS hashtag RLCS. Let us know how excited you are for today, our final day of these majors. North American majors coming your way over in the Ford Skybox with Shogun and Johnny. Thank you very much there, Leaf, and he is completely correct. 7 days of Major down.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
One more day to go. We're going to find out who our North American champion is. Kicking off with two teams that have proven themselves to be very strong throughout the season, Johnny. Best of 7. We got Rogue against Space Station Gaming. How do you sort of look at this one? Because both these teams had rough patches yesterday. It's the reason why they're down here in the lower bracket. But which team do you think you've seen more bounce back from between games whenever they usually have those sort of performances?
Well, yeah, you said it perfectly there. It's a really tough one to predict because of how yesterday went for both these teams. I thought that both teams would perform higher level. Rocket League on day 1 of this major, I wasn't all that impressed by either of them compared to the likes of Envy and NRG. But you just got to look at this as a brand new day for both these teams. Rogue has shown that they're able to completely turn around a
Fennec, dude?
Tournament and then finish strong. They did that in the last regional. Space Station have shown time and time again when it matters most, they can perform at the highest level.
Interesting,
so
really interesting.
Really anybody's game here. Very tough to pick a winner. Space Station have got a better record overall. Rogue did win the last time the two matched up.
Both these teams will be looking towards that next round as well and thinking, well, if we get through this one, should definitely be.
What's up with Reddle's hair, dude? What the freak?
That will be a challenge for later on. For now,
my man's hair look different. Typical. Sheesh.
Well, he was a slow starter yesterday. We were wondering where that offense was. Seems like he's going to start picking up very early. There's first killer on the far side.
Ooh, got beat.
Both teams have got phenomenal targets to aim for.
Yeah, Typical looks good already. This is a perfect start for SSG. Like you said, Typical yesterday.
That's clean card, though.
I think he still did a good enough job overall, but oh, that's almost in. Typical with a save.
Nice save.
Rogue's best chance yet. Yeah, it's mainly Typical at the moment who's standing out to me at the right now. Player who's most likely to put in a big
lower bracket run again, dude. Can't stay in the upper bracket. Worth the damn, dude.
Leaving players downfield. They had some issues with this yesterday where they were unintentionally doing it. This time they are just loitering around.
SSG just gonna take a pyro, yeah. I agree.
Across to try and steal a few boosts. Taroko still targeted.
Is audio good? Everything good?
There's no
how you feeling?
right now from Rogue, and
what a save!
Slowly but surely breaking down Space Station Gaming. I'm not too sure how the boost
what a save!
For them, but they've got to get it out from this position nice and quick.
And they do.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Rattles in the Fennec today, Arsenal in the Octane. Those
are
the, most played cars. It's the other way around in general. Like, I get the idea that Space Station haven't felt like they're playing at their absolute best this weekend. Car changes often indicate that. What a pass! Taroko sticks it top corner. Oh my goodness, that was just picture perfect with the assist from First Killer. Somebody's got to get a challenge in earlier there. Just giving First Killer way too much time. You know, never give first killer that much time because you'll get punished easily.
They could predict the fake, but what they couldn't predict is where he's going to put it afterwards. Rogue starting off very well. Here's Rattles looking to try and get one back for his team. First killer, as always, the player to watch over on Rogue.
Hey, yo, Pyro, I got a big splash yesterday, dog, from my drops. Let's go, dude.
He's missed that one. Despite the start, he needs to get himself back into this game nice and quick. Pop, First Killer. Will he have any support? Yes, he does. Torrentoro looking for the backboard. Typical pre-reading that. Himself over on the backboard waiting for it. Double touch from First Killer. Can't quite collect after the fact, but he does steal 100 boost. Typical flick to Arsenal. Back to Typical. Looks to take it the whole way off the backboard. And
should have popped it up a little bit.
Very happy that play was just a little bit too much. No, Typical wanted to just hook around and take out the goalkeeper.
Oh my. Yep. Nice.
Didn't need to overcomplicate it. Off the backboard and rocket a shot into the net.
69 miles per hour.
He really did nip that one into the middle a bit faster than Turro was expecting him to do.
No, Turro's from he was from the RLCS when it was with Karma and Shadow, and then Rogue picked him up, and now he won a freaking X Games champion. Nah, he was from CRL. Tristan was from CRL.
Not a moment too.
But he's the only CRL person to make it in the RLCS.
They made yesterday against the Peeps. They've not been overextending. They've not been out of the game for extended periods of time.
Ayo, Pyro. I was thinking of doing a Rocket League. I was going to do a goal explosion tier list, bruh. It's gonna be lit. I'm going to do that one in a stage tier list, like an arenas tier list.
Will collect first killer instantly over.
It's gonna be fire.
He can get it back. Over to first killer one more time in the pre-jump.
Take it slow, take it slow. You go for demo. Yep.
But Rogue's passing plays are lethal at the moment, and they're getting closer and closer to re-establishing their lead. Taroko not the best touch from him off the backboard from Sipical. Ask whether or not first killer was planning on making a mistake from that position. The answer tends to be no from there. Now off the backboard, first killer leaves it for Torrent.
God damn.
2-1.
And once again, just an uncontested ball from first killer. He was threatening a double touch there. Arsenal really
Arsenal had it.
That one. But you know, the passes worked
Itachi.
better. It gave first killer time to bump the goalie of SSG.
Wasn't he like? Isn't he like African or something like that?
Undefended, at least
whatever.
on the left-hand side. Not a lot that.
I honestly forgot, bro.
To handle first killer at the moment. He's really causing problems. Here he is again. What a redirect.
Oh my! It's gonna be 4-2 SSG. I'm calling it right now.
Just too good right now.
That is ridiculous. Rettles, you can see he's sort of flopping around. I think even if he managed to do what he wanted to do, it doesn't matter. That was going in.
I think he backflipped by accident as well, just to make matters worse. So, you know, although first killer's really shown up huge for Rogue in this game, and that tends to be the winning formula for them. I mean, we've heard it in pro interviews from other players. They just say, well, if first killer really wants to win, I've actually heard Rettles say this. If first killer really wants to win a tournament, then Rogue can win a tournament. It's it really just does come down to that one guy. He is their star player. But all three of them have played brilliantly here. It's
what a shot, Turo! Damn.
Rogue are playing extremely good Rocket League right now. This is what we expected from them from minute one yesterday, and they have delivered it in game one today.
Hey yo, if SSG loses, bruh, this game is done. Hold on, this game is done. Let me pull the group.
Rogue aren't allowing them to do that. Instead, they're challenging with one
what a
player and
freaking
just leaving them down the
caps
field.
on, dude.
Yeah, another result for it, and right now Rogue have had the perfect counter to Space Station Gaming.
Castle Land regional qualifier.
Game one down.
Too good.
Rogue looking fantastic.
Wow.
And back on the topic of first killer, if you're bored of hearing about him, sucks to be you, because you're going to be hearing an awful lot about him. But this is a player that a lot of people are looking at and saying, look, we know how good he is. He's phenomenal. How
just look at his rating. This is top 5 of everybody.
Get to those championship Sundays.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Top 3 of NA.
Every day, he's better on championship Sundays. That's what you want to see from a young player that is really making a name for himself.
I think the first killer could well.
So this is purely based on data
right now, and even a contender
this is from
for best
EU
in the world, because the amount of work that he does for Rogue is just truly astonishing.
Domino Esports, what the
plays
hell?
that he's able to pull off against the absolute
Who the hell is that?
competition in the region. Are stuff that not really anybody. He's got a play style and just a complete repertoire of moves that it's not really replicatable.
That's a nice top 4, top 5.
Who are considered best in North America. You talk about Justin.
G2 got clapped.
Typical. Maybe even missed with Envy's recent success. I don't think any of them have really got the complete package that First Killer brings to the table here. And you know, I'm talking about the ground game. I'm talking about the defense as well as the ability to make huge plays in offense. And now with Rogue just putting together several passes as well. I mean,
that's the bracket, y'all.
That was a great game.
There's Turntoro downfield again. Rogue straight back to the same strategy.
Envy's in top 5. G2's not. G2's number 6.
No reason to change just yet.
They even got knocked out of this tournament, so they're not even playing anymore.
This is one of the players that they'll really be looking towards. Talking about how First Killer might very well have claim to the best player in North America as a player that had that title for a good year. Typical RLCS MVP in previous seasons. Now looking to try and reclaim it as he hunts down.
It's gonna be 4-2.
Couldn't quite find him.
4-2 and SSG.
The wall, that infield pass will be threatened. Rettles knows it. Gets rid and also gets the ball to Arsenal. Lays it back to Sipical. Turntoro plants his car. Refuses.
That was one lousy pass, no cap.
Wow, First Killer. He's gets the setup for Turntoro. Easy as you like.
Get out of here, First Killer. Skips past Rettles, and how about that for a pass? That is, I can smell that. That is disgusting. Unbelievable pass.
SSG ain't hungry like they used to, bro. No cap.
Exactly as they finished the first game.
call. Back over to the far side to Rettles.
What a save, man.
First killer shuts it down immediately. And a miss from Sipical as well. Allows the pass back to Toroko. Looking for the backboard double.
Yo, these passing plays from him are nutty. Jesus Christ.
Rogue have been unstoppable in our opening 6.5 minutes. I want to try and continue that.
Oh
We know what Space Station do when they've got momentum on their side. There's
G2 don't look hungry. I mean, G2.
Very aware of it.
Space Station don't look hungry, bro. They don't look hungry for this one.
Last time we saw Rogue go up by 1, they did.
It's not really convincing,
allow
bro.
a little bit more pressure to come over from Space Station. Now a demo. First killer's got his chance.
Yep.
And he is never, ever gonna miss it.
Yep, First Killer is the best player in North America. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You can mold all you want. NRG fans, NB fans, G2 fans, SSG fans. There isn't a player in North America who does what First Killer does. No other player can do this kind of just the full package that he brings to the table. It's unrivaled. It really is just everything that Rogue need him to be. And at the moment, you got to give credit to Toroko and Turinturo as well. You know, just the perfect supporting cast for him. We've seen First Killer on lots of different rosters, never having the kind of success that he's having right now.
Damn.
This is some team when they're playing as well as they are right here.
It doesn't look like what's his name's gonna take
like
it.
you said,
Okay.
they were
But
not anywhere near this level.
Game.
They were flying out of the game, and they were just, I think, playing far too aggressively in the offensive corner. Now you hardly ever see a flip in the offensive corner. They're just faking challenges, going for demos, boost steals, drive-by pressure plays, but never really removing themselves from the game for extended periods of time.
Oh
it's a great work by Rogue. Coming into today with I think the perfect solutions to yesterday's problems.
Yeah, well, we haven't really seen, two players up in the air unless it is a coordinated passing play from Rogue so far. Yesterday was one player has barely landed, the other one's already going up for a challenge that they might have a 30% chance of getting, as that's
going
to be just ensured by First Killers.
They gotta score now, bro.
The storyline here, though,
you
one
need
goal
Crow back
for Space Station Gaming across 7 minutes. They are usually so much more lethal than this.
That would be lit.
Nothing around for them every time they try and set up. The passing plays are being intercepted, the air dribbles are being blocked, and the regular shots just don't have a chance. Rogue, immaculate so far in this series, but still not out of game 2 just yet. Get themselves a goal soon. That will prevent Rogue from being able to get too comfortable on the goal line. Typical. Look for the pass. No one really around for that. That's him out. Wants to go over the top. First Killer pre-jumps him. Exactly where he wanted to go. Just haven't been able to surprise Rogue so far. 1 minute left. Get themselves something.
They gotta score, bro.
Lockdown defense from Rogue to back up what was just a stunning offensive performance from this man right here to start off the game. Pass of the day, goal of the day so far. I'm sure there's going to be contenders, but he's hit both back-to-back in this game. And this hasn't been a bad game for SSG at all. I think game 1 they were a bit messy, but this is just a case of, First Killer just being on another level. Right now, he is the standout player in the lobby. We're talking about him over and over again, and he just keeps on delivering. The Space Station have got the pop-off potential as well. We've seen it from them in the past. They just really can't afford to give Rogue anything more in this series. Rogue already have such an advantage and look to be playing so well.
SSG don't look like they want it, bro.
And Rogue, even when they do get stuck on the side of the field, they've done a good job of maintaining momentum and maintaining boost.
Wow. Double commit.
Over the top from Taroko. What
That's
a
a goal
from him. That should be another one. It's off the crossbar.
Wow.
It won't matter though. First Killer denied being involved in his 3rd goal of the game. But still, 2-0 to Rogue in both game scoreline and match scoreline. They are halfway there to eliminating Space Station.
Yo, Space Station gotta really step it up,
Far
bro.
too good. Far, far, far too good. The dribbling play into the pass from First Killer for the opening goal was the kind of play that you just have to drop a nice shot in chat when it happens.
This is a poor showing from Space Station.
For Space Station Gaming, and maybe they're going to be a bit more annoyed about the second one. Giving First Killer time to set up a flip reset play. That's not going to be something that Space Station are all that happy about. A flip reset player, which, by the way, started off with a little double touch off the ceiling, as you do, just first killer things.
I love how we have to start omitting details now when it comes to these plays.
Yeah, it really was just a perfect example of what Rogue are about these days. Just let first killer make the plays, and then when they've got a lead, they look great in defense. They didn't make any miscommunications here. They weren't overextending. And they've got more here. They can even play at a higher level than this, because we've seen Turinturo pull out the kind of offensive plays that we just saw from first killer. He didn't even have to in that game. it was just all first killer in game number 2. Will Space Station Gaming respond? They've been quiet. You know, they didn't have a bad game there, but they definitely didn't have a good
SSG
game.
Gonna have to pop off, man.
Let's see if they can show the kind of championship performance that we've seen from them in the past.
Right now,
Rogue is up 3-0, bro. It's over.
Have got different play styles. Turinturo by himself. There's an opportunity to play a lot more direct from Space Station. They did have someone trying to chase him down for the demo, but didn't quite communicate it. Space Station got to deal with this now. Arsenal off the backboard. Great play from him. Buys his team some time, but first killer didn't give him that much.
These passing plays, Jesus.
Already reading where that was supposed to go. Turinturo backed off. Wants a double commit. They've got away with it. Arsenal now looking for the net, and they haven't got people back in time. Space Station Gaming will still punish you, even for those sort of mistakes.
A great goal by Arsenal. He didn't have a lot to aim for there. Just had to go quickly to the near post before Turinturo got back, and he managed to hit that shot exactly right. Bit greedy by Rogue to stay up front as long as they did there. We saw Turinturo kind of snatching at a shot, didn't make contact. First killer went for an outplay, could have easily taken a 50-50. But Arsenal was quick to punish them, dispossessing, and then dribbling into very nice goal. Space Station really needed that. To be honest, they kind of need more. I think Rogue are going to score here in this game. If anything we've learned from the past 2 games is they know how to put goals into the net today. They're in a momentary 3v1. That should be a goal, surely. And it will be. Turinturo make sure of it. Space Station Gaming are nowhere to be seen. They've done a bit of a Rogue day 1 right here.
Yeah, he's back on a Fennec.
Skiller and Turinturo dismantle Arsenal's defense.
I think that might be the most satisfying goal that first killer will score today. Just to be on the other side of that play.
Very true. Yeah, that was him yesterday. He was in goal, having to do 1v3, 1v2 defense. Double commit.
This is not looking too good at all, man.
Well, that first lead of the series there for Space Station Gaming didn't last all too long. All right, back into the firing line. Rettles outpaced by Taroko midair. Now a chance to really settle down in the opponent's side of the field. Look for the ground pinch. Still so many demos coming out from Rogue, and Space Station Gaming have to keep plugging where those holes are popping up for them every single time one of their cars is removed from the field.
That was an awkward touch.
Taroko takes his time, might look for the player, it's off the post.
Can't wait to NRG sweeps the road.
Play. Now the drop down to first killer.
This is not looking good.
With an outstanding assist of his own.
A great pass by Turinturo. Obviously all the Space Station are afraid of him just shooting that one, but he's got the perfect assist for first killer. He didn't waste any time putting the ball in the top corner. Before that though, Arsenal really did hit a very careless defensive touch. He needed to buy more time for his team. You know, he's kind of smashed the ball into the roof there near the back wall, and it's just come right back out into the middle. If he just lobs it into the corner, Space Station won't be in anywhere near as much trouble. Yeah, Space Station continue to struggle in the matchup. Unfortunately for them, it's more of the same compared to their day 1 performances, whereas Rogue have completely stepped it up in a level.
Somewhere out there right now is a very smug Jorby that is talking down at Subi right now. Subi he described this as a warm-up match for Space Station for the rest of the day. Well, they might be getting warm, but it will be of a hot cup of cocoa and watching it on the TV if this continues.
I don't know if they're going to keep watching if they lose this badly. I mean, if it keeps going the way it's going right now, it might be just one of those days where you have to just go and take your mind off it, because you've not put in a world-class performance here, Space Station. You've not put in a Space Station Gaming class performance. And you know, it's fair enough to lose to Rogue these days, but Space Station have got to do a better job than this. They've got to give it a better go if they're going to have any hope for a comeback. So Rogue are not going to give it to them easily.
I would like to see Space Station commit a little bit more to these demo attempts. They are still hooking around, still trying to steal boost, but they just don't seem to be fully willing to travel up that wall and take out a player that is waiting for them. And there are gaps that are available. Here is Arsenal looking for the outplay. And whilst this would naturally be Space Station's bread and butter, it's not working. You know, they've got to be all three players if they're going to keep going for plays like this. And that kind of usually relies on a mistake from Rogue, which is, well, not happening right now. Torrentoro, a bit of a misread from the wall. Still only one goal difference.
Oh boy, this is
over to first killer.
This about to be a slaughter, dog.
What a passing play that was.
Are we just gonna get the first 4-0 of the day?
Available. Space Station looks like they need a mistake. They're not going to get it.
Oh my, they left the door wide open.
And for all the pressure Space Station Gaming had, it all meant nothing against First Killer's speed.
Yeah, First Killer's just far too fast there. And Reynolds is he's not a sluggish player at all. He's pretty quick in the air, but he's made to look second best by an absolute mile. First Killer just beats into the ball.
It's a yikes, man. It's a yikes.
And of course, slots in the open net. Reynolds has completely missed this one. You know, if we don't see a card change from Reynolds here, I don't know what he's got planned for up in his own personal level of gameplay, because Space Station have really got problems outside of a pretty lively start from Sypical in game number 1 offensively. I haven't really seen anything from SSG today. Actually, I guess we saw maybe a couple of goals from Arsenal. There's Reynolds' response. Okay, finally.
Man, it's still not gonna work.
SSG we're hoping for.
They have to do more than a double tap to win this freaking game.
Seconds left in game 3.
Y'all got to do more than a double tap.
I hope he did. I hope that is what is going to propel them towards showing us what they've got with 15 seconds left. Give themselves a chance here. Arsenal, good block. Leaves Taroko all by himself, but it was only for a second. Even then, he still finds the pass.
Gotta take a call, boys.
Rogue,
hold on.
Very aware of where each other are. Now they've just got to keep this ball out of their net for a couple more seconds. Shot from Arsenal. Still lights around, and Torrentoro finds the block. Reynolds can't quite keep it alive, but he has got it over to Arsenal. What a catch that was, but the block comes through, and Rogue are on the verge of sweeping Space Station.
Yeah, it's too little too late there for Space Station Gaming. They've actually outshot Rogue in this game, but it didn't feel like that at all. Most of the shots were tame. Rogue were defending them far too easily. But at least that was a little bit of life, and I think the fact that Rattles is the one who got that goal is a pretty big win for SSG, to be honest, because he looked rough in this game, and he's looked pretty rough this series. Nothing like the form we're used to seeing Space Station Gaming in come a major. They just haven't settled into their usual play style. They don't look confident. They don't look like they are situated correctly in the field. So many times the ball will come towards one of them and they get a bad hit on it because it's awkward. Everything just looks awkward for Space Station Gaming right now. Whereas Rogue are just free flow. They're all in sync. Great passing plays from them in this game, and honestly throughout the series. They've outplayed Space Station Gaming in every single way up until now. 3 games to 0, deservedly so.
Yeah, and I think that's a good way of sort of talking about them, is the fact that these passing plays have shown us a new element to Rogue. You know, this has not been a First Killer only performance. He's certainly led the charge.
Yeah.
But it's led the charge with the cavalry right behind him, and they have been just swarming every offensive opportunity that they've had. They have nailed every single pass. And they are looking towards one of their biggest wins as a trio. Sweeping Space Station is something that almost no team gets to try and brag about. You know, looking to do it, and they're looking to do it handily, although that's not the best touch from Torrentoro. We'll recover the play. As for Space Station, I kind of want to see them abandon these individual plays a little bit. It's not working. They're not going to get that many double commits. They're not going to get the chaos on the goal line that they usually thrive in to try and follow up with a goal-scoring opportunity. They've got to find a different level to their play.
I think, yeah, you're right. They need to try something different. They're still trying to play cute Rocket League. They're controlling the ball as much as possible. That's what Space Station Gaming are well known for. It's
like
a play style that really popularized in North America.
Proceeds to pop off one game and wins the series. Everyone's switching sides. Yeah, people are freaking
But when you're having an off day, that's such a risky thing to try and do because just one wayward touch is all you need to get dunked on. All you need to do to lose the ball. If they're playing at their, at their peak level, then yeah, go ahead, control it all. But they're not right now. They're getting outplayed. And
yeah,
it's
SSG might lose this series.
It's partly their own failures to actually connect with the ball. Rettles runs out of boost at the worst possible time there. Didn't realize until it was too late. 1-0 Rogue.
And it is just continuing the pain for Space Station. Find themselves down already. And at this point, they desperately need something to go their way. Rettles off the wall. It's been a little bit too much on the end of these plays that have gone past him. Just trying to find something offensively. Here's Typical looking for the net. Taroko at least pops the ball up. It is available for Rettles to try and take again. Looks for the double tap. He's not going to be there for it. Lays it back over to Rettles.
Okay, nice pass. Nice.
Yeah, that's a great pass.
Yeah.
And, Space Station Gaming, they need everything they can get right now. So great to see Arsenal playing for the pass there. He had shooting options, but he saw that Rettles was in a great position to punish Rogue, who are still mid-recovery. And, Rogue haven't played a perfect defensive game here. We've seen a couple of double commits now, and I think they just got to have a bit more faith in their goalkeepers at times. That's something I, do see from Turo quite a lot. Cuts across the midfield, and maybe his third man's got a better touch than he does, but he just wants to go for it anyway. It's Rogue's communication defensively. It's a large improvement compared to yesterday, but they can still continue to improve that. Here's Turo. Lands a reset on the ball.
Oh my.
Kind of inverted there. Didn't have his car facing the way that we usually see players go for resets with, but with how close he was to the ground, he kind of had to do that, otherwise he would have landed upside down.
Good news for him was that at least there was the option to try for the pinch, but usually it just takes so long to set up.
At least take one game off of Rogue, dude.
Now Arsenal sets himself up, maybe a third
Oh
touch.
my.
He definitely still believes in his mechanical side of the ball. First killer over to the corner, sets Toronto up to try and at least collecting some boost, but instead warded away.
Someone gotta be up for that. Thank you.
2 players committed, only Taroko taking over in the midfield though. With first killer, far side, almost got it to him. And now Arsenal have a chance to try and break away. He's got Typical with him, who does miss it. Both teams looking for these passing plays, neither team able to execute.
And that's just 2 complete misses, first of all on the pass, and then on the reception of the pass. It was just a failure to connect again for Space Station Gaming. They're trying to be too precise here. I think just a more blunt force would make a lot more sense when they're playing like this. Oh my goodness.
If that would have dropped in,
it really just does
and
look
that
so
would be the game,
right now, and
I actually would have been so upset for this team.
It's a tough game. Rettles going to try and make it.
Nice. There you go.
And somehow,
Jesus.
Space Station find themselves in front. Not entirely sure how.
Nice cut.
That's
Jesus.
A great play by Rettles. Dribbles one, fakes the pop, and waits for Arsenal to deliver the demo.
Well, you described some of their play earlier on, Johnny, as cute. I would describe that goal as brutal. First killer, one of the best goalkeepers we've got, but he can't do it when he's not on the field. Turinturo narrowly avoids his own net, and now he might have actually passed that over to an opponent. Now starting to go back though.
If SSG can get like one game.
Arsenal sticking around.
I think it'll be like a couple of games.
1 minute
I feel
away
like they can take it, but
from Space Station
the way
Gaming
this is
claiming
looking,
their first. They would need 3 more after that. That's just to start their day. Typical almost finds the angle, but first killer had to respect both possible shooting opportunities.
What else happened? This is a stalemate.
Calamity in the midfield, but Space Station will take that. Calamity's waste time.
Yeah, it looked like it was an attempted air dribble gone wrong into air dribble bump gone wrong, and the ball kind of grounded to a halt there. So did the play, but this isn't going to stop moving anytime soon. Rogue easily equalized the game, and it's Rettles just creeping off that goal line. Thought he could close down the pass, but Turinturo just got there far too quickly. Great pass into the middle though, right into first killer's path. And it just looks all too easy for Rogue right now. I'm surprised that Space Station have even got a couple goals in this game, to be honest.
Yeah.
With how they've been playing. They need to step it up here if they're going to get this win, if they're going to win the series. Oh my goodness, it's so close. Rogue look deadly every time they attack.
Well, Torrentoro is currently harassing Arsenal.
Who thought Rogue would have been on top?
Give them the chance. His first killer.
Oh my god.
And Arsenal just able to get there, but then
wow.
The ball was left far too long, and Torrentoro makes it 3-2.
My goodness. There can't have been any touch here from first killer. You would have got the assist on that play, but looked like he dunked on Arsenal. I think Arsenal just accidentally deflected the ball straight up instead of to the side. 7 seconds for SSG. Their major tournament is hanging in the balance.
It's over, man.
Just need to score into the biggest goal possible right now. One more chance for SSG. Turns
yeah, they got the 4-0 sweep. Wow.
Set a match. Rogue destroyed Space Station Gaming.
Wow.
That's a deserved 4-0. Honestly, they were far too good for SSG today. SSG really need to they need to do something. That was a problem. That's something we've not seen from them before, Shogun. To see them just completely bomb out and not look competitive at all. We've seen them, you know, lose heavily, but they'll be playing well while doing it. This was not Space Station Gaming playing well.
Yeah, absolutely not. I think Space Station will know that definitely needs to be better. Thankfully for them, they still have the spring split to start figuring this out. But
they gotta
be number one
figure it out.
Rather than that, they've got further away. Whilst Envy and other teams, you know, NRG look phenomenal right now. They've even got a new contender in the form of Rogue. For Rogue fans, this has got to be brilliant. Last tournament was not a one-off. They are legit.
Bro, the chat. Oh my god, look at the chat, dog.
So it's great to be adding them to that top few spots over in North America. I'm hoping that we can start calling it a top 4 again very, very soon. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we have got our other lower bracket match as version 1 and the Peeps duke it out in a best of 7.
Oh my god, the chat going crazy, bro. Everyone's like, oh, SSG bad, SSG,
yep, just you, the open road,
SSG trash.
All the freestyle aerials and stuff. The new Ford F-150 Rocket League edition.
This chat is
available now.
Verizon knows how
watch
to build
Hell
unlimited right.
carry the game in the Switch. Facts, bro.
On my phone 24/7.
Then, for the first time ever, give families more entertainment with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus now all included.
Let's see Twitter.
We're a big soccer family. Handmaid's Tale. I love Frozen.
Then give families plans to mix and match, so you only pay for what you need.
You get so much more than this. A great network.
With plans starting at just $35.
ET's canceled.
More people rely on gives you more. This is unlimited built right. Only on Verizon.
Wow. What? What? Wow. What is this, bruh? Is that Ja Rule, bruh? Let me stop. That was a disappointing loss. So disappointing. Collegiate play? Wait, what? Ayo, all I'm gonna say is SSG better come out freaking swinging in spring split, dude. Well, everyone's out of Rogues and Peeps. I don't know. It's the last day of the. What is the last day of February? Damn, we're already in March, y'all. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Shut up, NFL. Stop tweeting at me. Shut up. Stop tweeting at me. Well, my team just got freaking eliminated. That's cool. But what is grief if love persevering? Oh my god. Oh my god. Pikachu. Fat Pikachu. Hey, fat Pikachu. Yeah, fat Pikachu.
Yeah, it's a Ford F-150, a giant among.
Wait, Final Fantasy.
Built for tough design,
Oh, I might download that.
fruit wheels and boost out the exhaust laser thing.
Oh.
F-150, the new Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition, available.
Final Fantasy 7? I might actually I might buy that. NRG being an envy. All right, I don't know who my second team is.
Hello and welcome back to the Rocket League Championship Series Winter Split North American Major, driven by Ford. I'm Leaf, alongside me Gibbs, and Turtle is now joining us on the.
Bro, this is a meme going around, bro. Squishy's like dull face, bro.
Here because
like goodness,
destroy
it's actually
Station,
stupid.
They destroyed all of us. They destroyed chat.
I can't wait for this game, bro. This game's gonna be fire.
I mean, we saw Rogue yesterday struggle a bit, especially against the Peeps. And then now Rogue are on top. Space Station Gaming, I believe Subi had mentioned, sometimes they take a little bit to warm up, but they didn't even get warm. They didn't have the chance. Rogue was everywhere on the field, and that's mainly because of first killer. You see almost in every single replay, he's making an impact on the field.
But what a freak
making a difference with these goals. And it felt like Space Station were not ready for the speed of Rogue on offense.
No one expected this. Like, I could see Rogue winning this series. No one expected it. Yeah. First killer just absolutely dominated the Space Station team, but all three were involved. Space Station, though, they were on the back foot a lot. So I'm a little concerned about them because they didn't look that great. It's another.
Oh, my drops, bro. What the freak is my drops, yo? Can I get my drops?
That is so fast that they don't give them any more time in games 3 and 4. So Space Station home early. That is not a good look.
Let's take a look at the bracket now, because that moves Rogue on into the top 4 there, where they'll wait for the winner of the Peeps and version 1. We still have NRG and Envy sitting in that upper bracket. We'll get their match in just a few here. A reminder, you can watch all the matches right here. You're in the right spot for this best of 7s throughout the entire day. Let's start talking about this next match, though. Peeps version 1 coming up next here. This is a huge match for both these teams, Gibbs. We have the Peeps again. They've been constantly poking at that top, and version 1 looking for some points too.
Yeah, Peeps want to meet up with Rogue because they're getting close in points with Rogue as well. They want to pass them. They want to lock up.
Gotta take a call again.
Version 1 didn't make the fall major. The only team here that didn't make it, and that includes all top 12. So version 1, they have a lot of ground to make up, but they're looking good lately. They only lose to top 5 or top 6 teams. The problem is that includes a team like the Peeps, who they have never beaten. The last time they beat them was a random best of 3 9 months ago. That's the only time that version 1 has beat the Peeps. So it is a tall order for version 1. They always keep it close versus these good teams. Can they finally get over that cliff?
Good question. Chat, you answer that. Can they get over this? It's time for the prize and fan vote. Get your V1 or Peep in chat. Vote for the team you think's moving on to that top 4. Because again, this is elimination. It's best of 7. Keep that in mind here. While you're doing that, let's get our predictions.
V1 versus Peeps, bro. Who you got, dog?
Gibbs' bracket earlier, so we'll start with him. Who do you got going forward, Gibbs?
So I want version 1 to win this because I want them to have a small chance in Spring Split to make it to the World Championship. So I'm going to go version 1 with the upset.
Okay. So version 1 for Gibbs, Turtle. Are you sleeping on the Peeps too, or
I'm not sleeping on the Peeps at all. I was so impressed yesterday.
Drops enabled. I want drops, bro. I want to click on that freaking thing that
Envy. I loved the way they're
playing. To that one page.
AJ
I forgot how to get to that one page.
Non-stop. Gyro, I think, might be one of my favorite players in North America just because of the dribbles and the patience that he shows on the field. I think that's going to absolutely destroy version 1. The Peeps take it.
I'm blaming Gibbs for all of us being wrong because he also picked Space Station before, so I'm going against his pick here with the Peeps. I also do believe
I got a big splash yesterday, dog.
On the edge of version 1. They definitely look like they're really starting to shape what they need to do on that field. They're starting to look very cohesive, but I think the Peeps still have a little bit more swing in their punch here. So I feel like they'll come out on top. Close for chat, though, 60% almost here for the Peeps. It's going to be a good battle. That's for sure. Best of 7 coming your way in a moment, but not before you get on Twitter at RLCS, hashtag RLCS. You know what to do. But now let's head over to the Ford Skybox for our next match. It's the Peeps versus version 1.
Yeah. All right, cool. We got it, y'all.
Version 1 always seemed to come also
Ew, light mode looks so stupid.
Been able to finish off the job against
Yo, look at
one
this.
Of these top
Somebody come
teams.
look at this.
However, they have been turning it around across the entirety.
You don't have
of the
dark
split,
mode on and freaking any app, bro. What's wrong with you?
For themselves in the very first split that we had, they've already managed to get themselves 300 plus for this one and could double up with a win in this match. That being said, Johnny, whilst there's a lot of people that are fans of the Peeps, they're gonna have some more today because there's a lot of teams that.
All right, who you got winning? I got version 1, 4-3.
Losing this one. G2 fans especially are going to be looking at this saying, please, V1, could you help us out? Could you put this team out? Because Peeps are up on them by 10 points heading into this match, and it gets further away should they win it.
Yeah, so probably the most popular the Peeps have ever been, and they're already a pretty popular team, I would say.
Somebody pick them up, please. Somebody sign them. Today. Jesus Christ.
It's going to start off very, very strong for them. That is a very, very early goal in a close matchup like this. We actually had AJ and Illusion both going for this, but they both had great chances. And Illusion with great placement. I love that he shot that one low, saw the wall being defended, make sure to keep the shot low to go under it.
I didn't misspeak, it's actually V1 that can have all the fans on this one. They want Peeps out early.
Oh, true, I just totally believed you when you said that. I was like, yeah,
don't worry,
right.
I have that on people. If I didn't take responsibility, nobody would have figured it out. Gimmick tries to take responsibility to getting his team back in.
I hate when it happens with like on a sidewall, you try to like flip left, but you
what are your actual
do multiple wave dashes.
I try to stay away from these.
I don't think it's going to be easy to do anything.
I'm always on the side of chaos, so my predictions are typically less what I think is going to happen, more what I want to happen.
Yeah.
I want the chaos. I want everyone scrapping for that top 6. So.
Oh yeah.
My perfect version would actually have V1 going on to win the whole tournament, just to try and get them that much closer.
Yes. Version 1 is the chaos. Version 2 is Peeps winning. Canada some more scripted storyline in their favor, but yeah, it's not going to be easy. Like Desk was saying, they've never beaten the Peeps. And, they always do struggle in those Game 5s, Game 7s against top-level competition as well. So that's another thing that just really goes against V1 here. If they're going to win, I would see it being a close series, and how are they going to win a close series when they've lost so many ace matches in the past?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday they had 2 chances to knock NRG into the lower bracket. They ended up losing.
Wait, did I close out Twitter? What the hell? I wanted to see if what's his name would have tweeted something out.
But they have been improving. Here is Com. Might just tip it in. Instead, Torment with the rebound.
I love that goal explosion.
V1 fans
one of the best goal explosions.
Brilliant from Torment, just offloading the ball into the middle. Com, tried to go for that bar down shot.
Stop showing me this shit.
Turns out to be just as effective
when
it catches the crossbar flush. Torment finishes it off. And
it's not even gonna. Okay.
There's been lots of space for both teams to work with. Extremely aggressive.
If you haven't already followed me on Twitter,
both teams, leaving space at the back post to be utilized. That's a good passing lane to use.
Hold on, let me turn off the chat because it's not mine.
Goalkeeper to
turn this around because it's not mine.
Intercept a shot that's flying all the way over there. Then a shot coming in, or a pass coming in towards the near post.
Oh, Gimmick fakes out one. Illusion just going to be a little bit thankful he's got his team back.
Oh, what a save, AJ.
2 players committed, and that brick wall was strong enough to at least keep the ball out temporarily. Gyro with Illusion up in support. Isn't going to need him. What a chance that was for V1.
It's a better entertaining game than SSG, he's no lie.
He really did take his time with it. Got great
that first game was kind of dry, low-key.
I think it was definitely scoreable if Torment had just a bit more faith in Gimmick to pull that pass off. It's hard to imagine that pass.
Or when we get a drop, we automatically go into Rocket League.
But you got to remember, this guy, he's had an entire Rocket League career based on just making life difficult for the other team. That's a pretty sick pinch by Illusion off the ceiling. just clipped it and sent the ball flying, but V1 still have control.
Oh, Gimmick's taken one out. That will be immediately replaced by Gyro. I think there's more than enough demos happening across the field. He's going to drop into a good spot for Illusion. Gimmick.
XB retired.
Back down.
Plus he's having a baby too, so that's pretty lit.
Usually figured out by the time at least one player makes a mistake. That has now happened. And the Peeps now have an offensive chance. Illusion couldn't quite claim the ball. Instead now brought into defense.
I wish Adobe Flash player was still around, bro. I could be saying so many. I could be playing so many good Flash players right now, dude.
Well recovered. AJ on the balls of his feet, ready to attack because that was dangerous.
Did you say on the balls of his feet?
Or
am I tripping?
It was closed down perfectly. Otherwise, the Peeps would have certainly conceded there.
Bro, I need a better mic, bro. This thing is garbage, bro.
Pass from Calm to Gimmick.
I'm using the one from my actual headset. It's actually trash.
He's flicked it over one. But AJ has got it covered once again. He's really doing a great job right now, just being that foundation for his team to fall back on in defense. And AJ, obviously, he's the highlight reel for the Peeps. He's the offensive monster and the mechanical player. Although they've all got you know, tricks up their sleeves, it's AJ who's usually stealing the show in that regard. But you know, he's trying to do what First Killer does for Rogue at the moment. Just do everything. You know, be that last line of defense, be the guy leading the attack, and just be the guy dominating the midfield. And if anyone's able to do that, if anyone's got the potential and the the current ability to do that, I think AJ would be pretty high up in that list.
Absolutely, one of the strongest mechanical players over in North America. Torment can't quite get the ball into a shooting position for Gimmick. Game one, very much in the air. Both of these teams. Looks like it's going to come down to one final goal. Torment.
They're already playing the music. They're already playing the music. Relax. Whoa.
These teams well matched up here in the opening 5 minutes.
This is not the part of the series I'm all that worried about for V1 for. It's the end of the series that makes me concerned for V1. They've got to get early wins here. They need to put the pressure on the Peeps. We know the Peeps have got comeback potential. We know that they are going to be clutch in those closing games and closing seconds. But will V1 be able to do likewise? That is scored unclear. Now though, V1 are playing well. This is just completely even match. I think it deserved an overtime. And patience from Calm. He's not going to need a back pass here. It's actually better for him to just take that on himself. It's a bit awkward for Gimmick to clear it. Running right into early interceptions. Calm just played it out into the middle instead. That's the space for Gyro. He's messed up his flick though. V1 have had more opportunities late in the game here. Ever since getting that equalizing goal, they've been the team who are pressuring more often.
Oh my.
And they're not overextending. This is a great look for V1. Now here's chance for Gimmick. Goes for another mind game.
Yeah, Gimmick's been slowing down the play so often. The opposing side of the field. The backboard. Torment didn't want to commit. So Gimmick was only just starting to return to his side of the field.
You gotta switch it up, B.
Gimmick with the chance. Didn't really get the chance to get too much power on it, but V1. Their transition game looking good. They are not ever getting caught on their side of the field. Instead, it's going to be a quick shot.
What a save.
Gimmick reacts well.
That's great coverage of the goal there from Gimmick. He is not the player he once was, you know, with defensive weaknesses. He really has solidified his game over the years, saving his team on that occasion. Here come the Peeps again, though.
Oh boy.
Starting to have more success with the counter-attacking play. Illusion past one, but again it's Gimmick who's able to knock the ball clear. And although it's not to the side, he's got
a flip
distance on it, and that buys his team time. Now Calm straight down the middle, no extra touch on that air dribble.
If I could just use this flip
Gimmick
a little bit more.
Now, and his shot doesn't go all that fast.
And Illusion barely avoided managing to put that ball straight back into Torment.
Hey, we got a trade window after this RLCS. We got a trade window, so I wonder if G2's gonna do anything about their roster.
So far, but they also do look open to counterattacks.
I don't know.
Double commit. AJ will be forced to go by himself. Something that he'll be more than happy to do. Now off the backboard, Gimmick over to Calm. 2.5 minutes of overtime down. Is that gonna be?
Is that it?
Off the crossbar.
Oh wow.
AJ with a calamity goal, but he won't care how it went in. All he'll care is that his team have got game 1.
Oh, gimmick.
Oh,
Damn.
0-0 V1. Such a solid game overall, and then all it took was 2 players vacating the goal line at the worst possible time. It was Gimmick and Torment. They just left it open, and AJ's shot almost went straight in off the ceiling. He just played an early interception there, AJ. Connected hard with the ball, and it proved to be too difficult for Gimmick to clear. Had Gimmick actually just waited, if he just drove up to that ball, waited to see what kind of bounce it was going to be, and then went for the clear, he would have had it. But he tried to pre-jump, he tried to read the bounce, didn't get it right, he misread it, and he realized that all he was really doing there is own goaling, so he decided to just do nothing instead, which, you know, by comparison is probably a good choice. But yeah, you'll really just wish that he didn't pre-jump there, because like I said, he would have had this clear. He was going to get there first. Yeah, it still wasn't going to be an easy following few seconds for V1, but they would have had a chance.
Yeah, and it's one that if we took away the history,
get your drops, G. Get your drops.
We'd be quite happy with both of these teams and the way they played that first one. You know,
Gimmick so sexy.
But knowing
Gimmick is fine for. I ain't gonna lose.
Later on against teams of this caliber, you get the feeling that first game needed to go their way. Instead, they've dropped it. The Peeps have got there first, and we're gonna see how both these two teams react in our next game.
Yeah, and the game was going quite well for V1. They got the equalizer, and they were pretty consistently pressuring the Peeps, and the Peeps have shown that they're very willing to just sit back and defend this tournament. They did a lot of that yesterday, but I don't think V1 are all that used to overextending. That's a great play by Peeps at the back post. Gyro will pick it up and stick it in the top corner, and it was just all eyes on AJ threatening the back wall play.
Calm is pretty big.
This actually works out even better for them.
So Peeps continuing where they were in the last game. Version 1 do not have the answer. I'm sure they wish they had. Off to the corner. First time we've seen the blue side of the field. Version 1. Gonna try and make it count. Back to the corner. Gimmick, 52 boost. Not the bounce he was expecting. Just had to scramble to try and keep the play, but now AJ wants to go over the top of Torment. Good block. Kong will pop it over. What a touch that is.
Damn, nice pop-up. Jesus.
No chance. Torment for the double tap.
Ooh.
Well, you had to respect it. And the Peeps respected it enough to send 2 players.
Yeah, that's a really aggressive play by Torment. Fantastic speed and a really difficult read as well. Now, Torment's got a bit of time. He's going to pick his spot. Illusion's got the save, though. What a save that is. Torment had so much time right next to the goal to set up a free shot. So really just Illusion saving the Peeps there.
Gyro looking for Torment in the goal. Going to aim for it, and Illusion slightly misreads. Torment on the chase.
Oh, wow.
All the way to Gimmick. Here's Torment. What a touch! What a goal!
I thought he missed it low-key.
Goal secured. I think it was necessary. We had Gyro in the vicinity, and he was trying to get a touch on that.
You see Gyro, you do what you have to do.
Yeah, Gyro is definitely there to be a nuisance in the position.
Imagine if he would have saved that. I actually... I would have cried.
Spot on the goal that Gyro couldn't cover. He had too much momentum in the other direction. And once again, V1 have responded with an equalizer, and they're going to continue. Hopefully for them, they can get another goal quickly before the Peeps solidify. It looks like the Peeps are going to do just that. Or are they? Gimmick gets one out of nowhere. And that was a bit of a giveaway there. The Peeps had been close to the ball. Maybe a bit too close. Illusion just flipped away. I don't exactly know where he's going there. Really looked like he should be playing the ball in that one. He might have just misread where his third man was. Maybe he thought an opponent was a teammate or something. I'm not really sure.
Well, no matter what the thought process was, it wasn't what they needed. And now Torment and the rest of V1 in the driver's seat here in game 2. Might not last for long though, as AJ pixel perfect with his positioning.
I love that goal exposure, bro.
Yeah, that's
it's so good.
Phenomenal pass by Gyro, straight down on top of AJ. And very instructive shot there for AJ, not dodging into the ball. Had he dodged forward, obviously the front end of his car would have dipped under the ball and it would have gone slowly on target. The double jump actually lifts the front end of the car's hitbox upwards into the ball, and he's already got so much speed to add to the ball, which is moving quickly to begin with. It shows you don't have to dodge into the ball to get a boomer on net. Gyro
think
to do the same there, but it was a bit too high and over the top.
Dominus gimmick is fire, bro. I don't care what you say. Gimmick in the Dominus, bro, shreds, bro.
We keep talking about it. They don't have the best record in the tail end of series.
You can go into Dominus in this match, bro. It's game over, bro. Just saying.
Meanwhile, I've got a far more terrifying record in those kind of situations, and they've never lost to V1. So this is a must-win game for V1, really, on paper.
Yeah, and it's, you know, maybe not the nicest thing to say for V1 fans, but with these two teams so close, it feels like a series that deserves to go to 7. I'm sure they don't want to. I'm sure a cheeky 4-1 may be the best timeline for them.
Yeah.
But I think these two teams looking very difficult to separate. We're going to see whether or not it's just the clutch moments that the Peeps might have over V1. As we do start heading into that part of the game. Gyro looking for Torment. They might have their chance. Com tried to scramble, and they've managed to mess around the play. They back out yet again. It's somehow blocked. And we stay at 2 each. But for how much longer? AJ off the ceiling looks to try and follow up. There's nobody around for his team to try and take his pass. But they get in late.
That's an open net.
Gyro, they've got it in. And there was nothing left for V1. They had looked for boost. They couldn't get any. And eventually, Gyro is going to put his team up.
Yeah, just scenario for Gimmick in the goal line. Just wasn't sure from his angle whether or not that shot was going in off the post, whether it's hitting the post flush, whether it's just going in directly. And once again, he's just tried to read it and got it wrong. Easy shot for Gyro.
Yo, Torment's room kind of clean,
in a very advantageous position now. Still, though, time for V1 to rectify the situation, but it's not looking good for them right now. AJ's got to flip off the ceiling. Com challenges early to try and stop him as fast as he can. V1 need more than that now. They've really had to work for the goals that they've scored in this series. They needed extended periods of pressure to wear down the Peeps defense. It's a good start, but once again, the Peeps able to clear the ball.
That means back to square one. V1. Taking his time, but is he taking too much? AJ just turns and challenges him. And V1 crumble. They had no idea what to do.
What's happening?
Again, it's just one of those awkward little plays for Gimmick in goal. He's one.
Bro, Gimmick stay in goal. Bro, Gimmick stay in goal so awkwardly, bro. It's actually don't.
In the net.
He just sits there while his friend just whiffs everywhere.
1 yard off the goal line, get just that little bit closer to the play in case it breaks out in front of him. But you'll wish that he didn't, because like I said, if he just sits in the goal there, that is a routine clear. In fact, it's a hard clear. He can absolutely smash that ball into the Peeps end of the field. Very, very careless defending there, costing V1 another goal. But Peeps have been clinical. Once more, they take a whole lot of their chances that they're being given.
25 seconds left. It's looking like V1 are going to have to go to the tail end of this series if they want to make it through. Peeps look to have secured this one. Unless V1 can get themselves a goal off this play. Torment's demo and a mistouch there from Illusion might give them a chance. Gyro's not ready. They just needed a player to really attack that one, and V1 could have had one back. Instead, they didn't, and they are going to drop to 2-0 down in this series. Maybe a highlight reel goal for the road, AJ. Almost for his teammate. He'll have to settle for just putting your top corner.
Yeah, I like to think that AJ was trying to hit Gyro here. Oh, he definitely was. Yeah, AJ was looking at Gyro this whole play. He was trying to pass it back to him midair. But didn't make contact, and he's accidentally scored. That's the best kind of failed pass, when you're just like trying to hit a pass to a pre-jumping teammate, then you score by mistake. Yeah, just
is he eating?
See.
My man's eating.
Johnny could result in a goal in an RLCS major.
What is he eating though? That's the real question.
It's a real shame. I really feel for him.
Yeah, what a shame. Oh, scored. What a disaster. I mean, it was a nonsense goal anyway. The game was already over. V1 tried to hold it together here, but they ended up just falling apart more and more as we went on. You know, some of these positions were just really awkward. The third goal was just a very awkward one for V1 to deal with. Gimmick just couldn't tell from his defensive angle if it was going in or not, so he had to just go for it. But the fourth goal, we had a bit of just slowing down of the play from Com in defense. He gets massively dunked on, so you know, not the best hitbox in that 50-50 by him. And yeah, Gimmick just on the wrong side of the goal line at the worst possible time. So it's all gone wrong for V1 at the end of that game. The series is very quickly going the same way that Space Station Gaming versus Rogue did.
Yeah, we're seeing.
I hate this double. I hate this bracket reset, bro.
Start off these series well.
I feel like Kama's, yeah.
Them in game number 1, but just using that momentum, the Peeps, you know, have now got themselves a very solid foundation for the rest of this series. As for V1, you know, this isn't looking great for them, but this is still a massive improvement from where they were last split. They didn't even make it to the major in the last split. Picks up 120 points. That's nothing. You know, we see them pretty much guaranteed to hit 700 from today's tournament. Heck, even their run into this major was difficult, grabbing themselves the grid wildcard spot just to make it in here. So the fact that they've got themselves in this position is a form of Rocket League miracle, but they want to try and take this a little bit further. They want to take on Rogue in the next round, but to do so,
46% on our freaking drops is gonna go to like 58 or 59. Watch.
But I don't think that worked. The Peeps
64, let's go.
They're not making enough defensive mistakes. I want to see this team just get so much quicker and use some of that pace.
Yeah.
I got a big splash last time. Let's see what I get. I want something painted.
I think game 1 was a very good look for them overall. They played well right up until the very last second, where they've left an opening in defense for Peeps to exploit. And then game 2, we saw several openings in the V1 defense for Peeps to exploit. So unfortunately, they've not plugged the hole. They've actually made it a bit bigger. But now they really have to go back on that if this is going to be possible for them to win. We've talked about it a few times. But yeah, V1's record against the Peeps is horrendous, and their record in Game 5s, Game 7s is also horrendous. So they're going to need to get some wins right now if they're going to have a chance to come back in this series. Obviously, like you mentioned earlier, it's not just V1 fans that are hoping they can pull that off. It's also G2 fans who are just hoping that V1 can end the Peeps run before the Peeps overtake G2 by an even larger margin. You know, KCP as well, Alpine. These are all teams who are in and around that kind of same points total as the Peeps and G2. You got G2, KCP, Alpine, the Peeps. They're all there. Rogue
you got 18%,
but I expect Rogue to go a very deep run in this tournament, if not win it.
64.
So I think that's going to be the new
top
4, really. Rogue just joining NRG, Space Station, and Envy at the top. And then you've got, I think, 4 teams there. The Peeps, Alpine, KCP, G2. They're fighting for the next 2 spots with the Peeps. Looking like the favorites to be on top of that pile if things keep going the way they are.
Bro, if people don't sign the Peeps already, bro. If one org don't sign the Peeps, bro, I don't know, man.
We're trying to get them back in. Once we've done that, we can get ourselves back into the game. Before then, though, Johnny, sort of discussing a little bit more about the Peeps and what they've managed to bring to the table, because they've been very consistently around that 5th to 6th spot. And I think that's a good place for them to be. They've been very comfortable throughout the season. And as we start seeing them starting to heat up heading in towards the 3rd split, because, you know, you can be as good as you want in the opening part of the season. That part of the season doesn't win you a world championship. That part of the season doesn't even get you to the world championship. You've got to start really hitting your peak form by the end. Do you think that's something that the Peeps can do, or do they sort of have a set level to them?
The Peeps are a very interesting team because they started off looking extremely promising. I think they were a pretty obvious top 6 team at the very start of RLCS Season X.
They have technical difficulties.
That was a top 6 that didn't feature Rogue. You know, it was very much just the big.
I don't think many people expect KCP to be up there either.
Yeah. Well, you know, it started off. We started off RLCS Season X with a big 4. I think it's pretty obvious that G2 are no longer part of that. Rogue might have replaced them. But yeah, the Peeps have been in there since the start. They've been top 6 all along. And that bodes well for them. They've got consistency, and they have got big wins against pretty much everybody. And this could be another one. Illusion starting early for the Peeps once again. V1's troubles continue.
I love that. AG just tries to get out of the way. Just run away. Don't get in front of this ball. And allow Illusion to finally put it in. That is the Peeps continuing where they left off. The extended break not seemingly affecting them. As for V1, they've got to use it to start winning here. If we don't want to see them going into that tiebreaker game, they've got to win every single game. Otherwise, they're very much in a position that they don't want to be in. Illusion will have a bit of support around. He doesn't have any boost. Have to start rotating back instead. He's just turn around looking for gimmick. That's the confidence that the Peeps have at the moment. Not trying to rush. I feel like that might be down to a little bit of a lack of threat as well from V1. Just need to see some power clears from them. Some immediate threat on the net as Gyro's got Illusion wide open on the far side. Heavy with the pass, and that could have been 2.
Yeah, just a slight bit closer to Illusion, and he was going to be scoring that. Well, thankfully for V1, it was out of reach. Now Comp fakes a flick, goes left to Torment, but the Peeps defense is significantly more difficult to break down than V1's has been. That's, for me, the big difference in this series.
Jr. Who the hell is that?
Relatively effective in offense, but wow, is Peeps defense impressive once again. Illusion
if Gimmick joins a different team, a different org, top 5 easy.
I'll tell you something, with how quickly this series is headed towards being a
Version wants to pick up Crow.
We could be on track for record-setting sweeps back to back to back, because I reckon
who the hell is this?
Whoever goes on to play Rogue in the next round, there's a good chance Rogue could sweep them. Rogue are actually playing very well today. And
who the hell is this?
V1 are, especially Peeps right now, I think they're playing very well also, but Rogue are good enough.
Who the fuck is that?
In this tournament, anyone at all. And then NRG Envy could be a sweep. I think NRG Envy could be a sweep either way.
Because ultra sweep day, are we?
Yeah,
you know who that is? Who the heck is that?
It could be a sweep either way. That's a very momentum-based matchup. And then, yeah, you got Rogue in a matchup, so obviously Rogue could just sweep the rest of the competition.
Oh, I missed something.
There, but Torment forces it 1-1 V1. The team always making the comebacks today.
Torment just looked for the top corner. Didn't care how it was going to happen. And it is off the back of the defending car, but it is still in nonetheless. 1-1. These leads have not really been all that safe for either team. Constantly changing hands. Torment.
Probably an event with that racer guy.
Pushed it back to the corner. I'm not too sure if that was on target to start with. He'll definitely argue that it never was. Gyro 0 boost. The best he can do is knock it over.
He drives Ford Mustangs? Really?
So Gyro 0 boost warrior.
What's the F-150?
Well. Back out to Gimmick. AJ and Gyro both jumping. Torment. Try to just slow down the play. See if Gyro go flying past.
I'll look forward to it after this match. This is actually dumb because, like, who the freak is that? I don't know who that is.
Call as well because Illusion going
apparently he drives Mustangs.
Daring call
Ford Mustangs. I don't know.
Challenge, and that was something that Com did not want to do.
You actually think that's a good car? What the freak? Dog, what the freak?
With Gyro up with him, might go for the double. It's off the backboard. Who's going to be the first to follow it? AJ quite far back. And that does leave his team against the counter-attack as Gyro cuts across.
I'm going to just tweet who.
Spatial awareness from him.
A lot of people going to freaking talk about, oh, you don't know who that is? Oh, you're scum. You're canceled. Oh my god. Crazy.
Nothing between them, but both times previously, the Peeps have managed to take it.
Yeah, the Peeps have been the clutch team today.
Bro, I can't even trade, bro. I want the airstrike.
Solid defense at the end of games as well. Mistakes coming late in both games before this one for V1 on the goal line, and they can't afford any more of those because I really don't see a reverse sweep being possible for them. It's such a low chance of happening. Now Illusion challenge from behind. Com got a bump on him, but it's wide open for Gyro, and he's going to slow roll.
Why would he go for that bump?
And I don't know if Gyro had many options here, but the slow roll is just brilliant.
Why did Com go for that?
Look at that. Just right behind Gimmick, who is diving in the way of it, expecting a fast shot. And the Peeps have done it again.
That was less thunderous and more torturous by Gyro. What a hit. Not completely correct. Any harder than that, and that is going to be a miraculous save. But again, it is Peeps that have taken the advantage in the last few moments of the games. V1 need to find that clutch factor. They might get a chance. Just a bump away, and here's AJ to make it 2!
Wow.
And he's done so. The Peeps in the second half of these games have just been a level above.
Beautiful boost management from AJ. That is a very quick play. Wave dashes into the ball, plays it off the sidewall to himself, and snaps a shot in the top corner easily. That's the kind of ground game that we've been talking about a lot today. You know, the ability to just slam a shot or, you know, nail a flick first time is something that's becoming a lot more valuable these days.
No.
The meta shifting more towards a varied offense. It's not all aerial gameplay like it used to be, even very recently. The players who can do that, who can switch to the ground game and just play it perfectly, you know, they're just such a high value player in their team. That's open, and it's in. Torment
21 seconds.
has done it again for V1. They leave it late every single time, but they're competitive once again.
And They're going to owe Com so much if they get this into an overtime. What an outplay. Over the top of one, wipes out the second for Torment. It wasn't the easiest shot, but he made sure he got it. Torment shooting, definitely not off form today. Gyro over in the corner.
Wow.
Wasting a little bit more time. Exactly what his team needed from him. Also low boost for V1, but they can't afford to worry about that. They've got to get that ball to the other side of the field. And now they've got to keep that ball off the floor as well. A lot of work to do. They've not been able to do it. The Peeps on the verge of our second sweep of the day.
I think it's likely to happen here. Every game has had a similar kind of story to it. The Peeps come hot out the gate and get.
Remember when I said this was entertaining?
Then we have V1
and,
responding. You know, they've really dug deep and made comebacks in every single game.
I kind of lied.
But
not gonna lie.
Peeps who finish off the game more strongly. So if you split
I
the game
kind of
into
lied.
three
Kind of
parts,
lied.
you know, the start, the middle, and the end. It's the Peeps who have got the better start and the better finish, and V1 are only good in the middle. And that's really not where you want to be the best at. You'd rather have the best finish. And you know, having a good start is always so nice to have as well. It's great to have a 1-goal lead just seconds in, which Peeps seem to be very good at. So a much easier matchup for the Peeps to play, given how every single game is flowing so far. Now let's see if V1 could do it again. This is their best result in a major so far. They've made a top 6 run that they can be proud of, but they are way down in the points thanks to their first split not being anywhere near the level of the teams they're currently competing with.
In the top 4,
for those
top 2,
limited spots in the top 6 in NA. This could be a good start for them. Com decides to go left with the dunking play. But oh my goodness, this bounced off one player, hit the bar, hit gyro, and gone wide. And the Peeps had to get.
I keep on missing stuff, bro. Like, what the hell?
They went for it, and they've been rewarded.
Well, that was a game of pinball that the Peeps were very much the victors of. What a start, though, from version 1. Don't want to see what's been happening to them the last few times. AJ, though, off the ceiling. Almost just managed to scoop it into the net. The thing is with V1 is that if they even do drop the first goal, they can't afford to concede immediately afterwards. That was a chance for AJ. Just sailed right past it. And actually on the goal line, Lucian's under quite a bit of pressure. Still Com looking around for defenders.
Damn, son.
Now off the backboard. What sort of offense can Com offer? Might have used a little bit too much boost just trying to attack goalkeepers earlier on. Out to him again. Outpaced though by Lucian. AJ warding away Torment as well. It's slow rolled by Gyro.
Wow, right in front of the face of Torment.
Oh wow. Lucian there with the pit maneuver that just steered the ball away from AJ. It's not often you see that. Such a controlled back pass, or at least a controlled method to land a slow back pass. Now Gyro alone in defense does well. Whenever we've seen, you know, Lucian, Gyro alone in defense, they've done so well. Reading the dribbles, reading the shots perfectly every time, giving themselves great chances to save.
Wow, what a
the
pass,
drop-down passes are threatening. Here comes V1 again. Com actually pull shots Torment into the ball. Trying to give him a bit of a kickstart there. Not sure Torment was on board with the idea. You know, whereas V1 have struggled with their synergy, the Peeps are only elevating. They're improving as we go here. So many chances, so much pressure. That ball's just hanging about for Gyro to arrive. And, you know, he could have taken twice as long to get there. He still would have had it because look at the assists here from Lucian and AJ. Lucian just cleared out the whole team.
Yeah, Lucian just ragdolled Torment to leave that one completely open. And it is the same story as always. Version 1, though, they need to just look for a bit more grit in this situation. Can't afford to drop down a second goal. Gimmick's going to get a chance. Pops it right over the top. It's a bit of a misread there from Gyro. Gimmick can come back in. Not quite the pace they need. Torment over the top of Gyro one more time. But they are just being shepherded back into this corner, and it's a corner that they don't really get many plays created from. This one,
that was a horrible touch.
Lucian able to cover. There's still a ball available. Another block. In comes Com. It had to go in, and it will. We're all tied up at 1 each.
Now, Lucian here is the only player who had.
I'm gonna guess they're gonna score in a minute 14. The Peeps are gonna score in a minute 14. I'm calling it.
Flopping around, and V1 have done it again. They've equalized after going behind. in the first half of a game. Or will it just be the same script run back 4 times in a row? V1 showing the comeback potential in the mid-game and then just falling apart at the tail end of the game. Their defense needs to be better than it has been in any of the games before this one. That's been the main difference between these two teams for me. And once again, it's the peeps coming forward.
Wow, that's an open net. Oh, Gimmick whiffed it. Why?
There's demos, there's misses, there's whips, and we still don't have a goal for it.
Wow.
I mean, it was awkward, to be fair. That was very awkward for every player involved. There was just so little boost to work with. And those open net shots from long range where you're just coming straight at the ball are hard to connect with when you don't have boost to generate a little bit of a run-up. Look at this once again. It's just so awkward. Both teams struggling to read the game.
It's a hurricane of mistakes from both teams, but only one of them are going to be able to get the goal from it.
That's tough.
Curious now as to whether or not they'll both keep pushing the pace, or if they want to try and reset. Come very close to his teammate. Now he's up against AJ one-on-one. You don't want to be there. The Gimmick scrambles on the goal line. He gets
I thought it was close, bro. Holy shit.
Entirely. Lucian tried to hold the midfield. 1 minute left. Nothing else can go wrong for V1. That's the shot. Look for the top corner. Now the infield.
Oh my.
Wow, nobody's there.
As always, peeps. Just attacking the goalkeepers. It has been impossible to get comfortable if you're V1. This isn't going to work out. Gyro, free clear for him. Would have preferred it if AJ had more than 12 boost. Back out one more time. Over to the wall. Gimmick with a chance to follow.
That's 50.
Use it, just scramble that ball into the midfield. So, here we are yet again. Clutch moments of the game. V1 needing the goal. They are going to be out of it. Keeps have come out on top every single time we've been in this position. Torment does well in the challenge. Maybe able to give his team one more chance at net before we go to overtime. Solution clears. Com turns. Nobody really available to him to get to. It's going to be up to V1 to now put this ball on the floor to try and get us to overtime. They have done so. Tournament lives on the line.
Well, something new here. V1 at least going to hold on for a bit longer. Do they have any fight left in them? It's been such a struggle to hang with the peeps in this matchup. Just a one-sided matchup historically and currently. Com takes his time, baits the fake challenge, doesn't fall for that one. And a Torment clears along, saw some space over the top of Gyro. Actually, he's gone straight through him. Gyro was expecting a 50-50 there. And there's help coming for V1. They do have their whole team here in offense, but looks like they're kind of all on the same side of the field. So there's nobody on the back post waiting for a pass to come to them. And just like that, their attacks grind to a halt. But struggles for the peeps as well. As Lucian doesn't connect with the flick, which he's trying to just get some kind of power on to clear the ball down the line.
Well, that might be the chance, though.
Oh, what a save.
As well. Com will look to try and break away. That was so close for peeps taking the series. It's not going to happen. Now Gyro off the misplay from Gimmick. It's off the backboard. Open and available, but neither team able to get to it all too quickly, and that means that it's another clear for V1. We march on in overtime.
V1
oh my goodness.
will just be hoping that something goes their way now. The peeps haven't had the best time with their clears in overtime either, so V1 should get chances if their defense can hold on, and it's been the best defensive display that we've seen from them in any of the games here. Now Gimmick's actually just going to miss this, leaves it for Com. I think he expected a ceiling bounce there, but none came through. And Com gets dunked on, but V1 are pressed up together here. They're holding that line at the midfield, going for early interceptions. Perfect fake challenge by V1, followed up by a real challenge from a different player, so that's, you know, some really good synergy by them in the challenge game. Now Torment waits downfield, back into the middle for Gimmick. He's challenged, but he gets the ball past the last defender. V1 are not done.
And finally, they've got the overtime to go their way. What a
no
shot
sweep
by Gimmick. What a
time,
play
Jesus.
by V1. I asked to see a bit of grit from them in this game. They have provided it. Had to grind out that victory against a Peeps team that did look a little bit off their
65
game.
is going to go to 75.
Just as good as we've got used to seeing. But when things start
80,
to go
80.
wrong, I think it'll be
Hold on,
harsh
water break,
for
y'all.
actually
Hold
just to
up.
put on the Peeps. Both teams started making more mistakes.
Yeah, the Peeps were just trying to get a hard clear and wait for a V1 mistake. They're just saying, okay, V1 have messed up enough times in defense. Let's just hit the ball hard at them and see when they're going to mess up and hand us this game. But V1, they didn't make any late mistakes here to throw this one away. They fought back once again, and they were able to hold on. I think we had a post-pinch save by them at the start of this overtime to keep them in this. And what a goal there. Torment and Gimmick combining. One of the most legendary combinations, obviously, in all of Rocket League right there. But they've done it again. And a perfect finish as well on that shot. Straight in the top corner. And it's still possible for V1. Not likely, given their record in this matchup, but it's possible.
Hey, it's a lot of these teams don't like the narratives that get pushed about them, especially when they're negative.
Well, they should
what a
probably
way
win more
of
then.
removing the negative narrative about yourself not being clutched by reverse sweeping a top 6 team.
Yeah, I'm not going to hear any complaints about a team's not liking a narrative when they've lost 100% of the time against another team. I mean, that's kind of a... Not really much you can do about that one. It's going to, you got to talk about it. So, I'm sure V1 rather don't like it, but they're going to have to settle with it because it is, in fact, just how things are. They've never beaten the Peeps before, and that is already another early goal for the Peeps. This just keeps happening. V1 are not going to catch a break in the first minute of these games.
That's just simple as you like, clean as you like. AJ, we know what he is capable of. And if you just give him a shot like that, as simple as that one, he is always going to put it in. V1, the pressure just never goes away, does it? They haven't had a 2-goal lead all series long. Had a lot of 1-goal leads. This is not going to be one of them. Just always on the verge, teetering on elimination. It might be about to get worse. Com very bravely allows the ball to just skip past him before he tries to take control. I'm very aware that there wasn't going to be a Peeps player available to just dunk it on him.
I love that from the Peeps as well, though. Seeing Com making that play, he's not got any momentum there. He doesn't have any way to clear the ball and generate power on it himself. So why give him a 50-50? He's looking for a 50-50. Not going to get one. Oh, AJ! One in the top right corner again. He nailed the top right for the first shot. Just missed it there. The Peeps are, so far, making this very difficult for V1. They're not giving V1 any easy clears. Lots of fake challenges in the offensive corners. Plenty boost steals as well. V1 need those clears. They need time to establish that midfield pressure that they've relied on in every game so far.
Fake challenge there from Gyro. Sets him up with a Lucian up in support. Get bumped away. Now AJ, flip reset. Gyro as well, but he might take it the whole way by himself. Here is Gyro, shut down. But the Peeps have had all the pressure so far. And it just seems like it's a matter of time before they find that second goal.
Yeah, Peeps are probably sick of losing these 1-goal leads that they've had over V1 every single game here. They want a second one. Gyro just running out of boost too soon. And gone with a heroic save on Illusion's shot that followed up. V1 having to do a lot in defense here, but they are for now keeping this game at a 1-goal deficit. Feels necessary, really, if Peeps can establish that 2-goal lead with how well they've defended overall today. It's very hard. It's hard to see V1 coming back from 2 down. 1 is hard enough.
I feel like this game has got more and more physical as we've gone through. We are seeing more car demos than ball hits. And so we've got ourselves through here to game number 5. Gyro, 0 boost. Pick up and steal away one of the other ones, but that's not the most advised touch from him. Gets the ball to the other side of the field. Now he's looking for a mistake. AJ won't provide. It's back out to Gimmick. Or is just hit on the way through. 100 seconds on the clock now. Version 1 need to try and clutch up yet again. They want to hold themselves in this tournament, but that's just horrid. Peeps just toying with them in the midfield.
Very fake challenge by Torment as well, though. He's dispossessed Gyro and collected the back corner boost all in one fell swoop there. It's those little plays that are helping V1 to establish this game in the midfield that they want. This is where they want to be. Cheeky interception there from Illusion on his way back to defense. That's slowing down V1. It's, you know, just wasting a little bit more time off the clock. And it's so difficult for V1 to find any shooting opportunities. Got to try and spread out here. They've got to give each other passing options. The Peeps defense is good against even the best offense. And V1 haven't been at their best in Game 5.
Definitely can't afford to concede another one now. As much as they want to get to the other side of the field. Need to get rid of this. Gimmicks missed the clear. In comes Gyro to try and finish off the series. It's off the crossbar. What? Both posts and the crossbar have now denied the Peeps. So the Rocket League field seems to be on the side of version 1. Now can they do their part? 30 seconds left.
It's not looking like it's going to be easy for them. Peeps have got full boost in all their members. That's a pre-flip attempt for Gimmick. He's not going to make it. AJ 2-0 for the Peeps. Torment wanted to try and control this. He was trying to knock it into the corner, chase after it, but it got away from him. And that careless heavy hit in defense has given the Peeps what they've been looking for all day. That 2-goal lead, which looks so insurmountable. Big kickoff for V1. Immediately crumbles. And unless they score in this attack, it's going to be all over for them. Best run in RLCS X so far. And it hasn't been as competitive as they would have liked it to be.
No, definitely. They did manage to stick around quite well. They dug their heels in. And this is a team that we look forward to seeing in the spring split. But for now, we bid farewell to version 1. They are eliminated by the Peeps, who extend their lead in that top 6.
A great series there by the Peeps. They were significantly better defensively than version 1 today. I think when it comes to offensive prowess, both teams were quite similar. They had passes being attempted. There were some solo plays being attempted. But the Peeps were so much more patient in defense. They were so much more controlled with their possession. It made it very difficult for V1 to pick up any freebies. Whereas, yeah, V1, they were panicking. They were impatiently leaving their goal open at bad times. The Peeps were able to punish them again and again. Now, I don't think that performance from the Peeps, although it was far too much for V1 to handle, I don't think it's something that Rogue fans should be too afraid of. Peeps obviously knocked Rogue down into that lower bracket yesterday. But based on what we've seen from Rogue today, that was a totally different team. We've not seen Taroko and Turinturo just removing themselves from the equation like they did against the Peeps yesterday. I haven't seen it at all today, so I think it's going to be very difficult for the Peeps to even score against Rogue today. And yeah, with how well Rogue played against SSG, I'm gonna stick to what I said earlier. You know, we didn't see a sweep here, but I think Rogue are gonna sweep Peeps.
Okay, well, for Rogue and the Peeps, they have managed to at least clear level 1, but we need to find out who the final boss is going to be. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, it is upper bracket final time as Team Envy take on NRG.
The all-new Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition. It's part legendary beast, part... where's the truck? Oh, man. That kind of spooked me, I'll admit. Actually, that's kind of cool. The new Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition. Available now.
Verizon knows how to build unlimited right. Start with America's most awarded network.
I'm on my phone 24/7.
Then, for the first time ever, give families more entertainment with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, now all included.
We're a big soccer family. Handmaid's Tale. I love Frozen.
Then give families plans to mix and match, so you only pay for what you need.
You get so much more than this, a great network.
With plans starting at just $35. The network more people rely on gives you more. This is unlimited built right. Only on Verizon.
Can you feel it? The fire in your soul, leaving at the chance for love. Can you feel it? Haunting your senses, letting all your feelings go. can feel it bursting through my veins. Your love's the only drug I know. But we've been playing the hand out death, so we can light it up. I know that we can make it through the night, but I can feel it for you inside. So there won't be no fear tonight. Bust it out. Quit running your mouth, you better bust it out. Bust it out. Quit running your mouth, you better bust it. Bust it. Bust it out. Bust it. You better bust it out. Bust it out. You better bust it out. Bust it out.
The F-150 can tow trailers, carry steel, cement, logs, and stuff. And now, thanks to Ford and Psionics, it can carry your trash team to victory. The new Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition, available now.
Hello and welcome back to the Rocket League Championship Series Winter Split North American Major, driven by Ford. I'm Leaf, alongside me Gibbs, and Turtle is still here. He wants some more. He wants some more of this. You know,
That's right.
Turtle.
I can't get enough. I can't get enough.
I'm not sure if that's why, Leaf, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. You know who did get enough of that though was version 1. They got destroyed there by the Peeps Gibbs.
Man, Peeps, you know, you have to give him credit. A lot of pressure going on, but version 1, there was times on defense where like Gimmick looked like 2 seasons ago Gimmick with his defense at times. They look confused on the back end. But again, that's because Peeps put on so much pressure throughout the series. It was a scramble a lot of the time, but at the end of the day, Peeps looked pretty dominant versus version 1.
I loved this matchup. It was so dribble orientated, which is what I expected, but I didn't think version 1 would try to meet him in that same aspect. You got dribbles from Calm. It was all coming down to first touches. And as you can see, the movement of the ball, the way they're passing, the Peeps, this is incredible. They continue that win streak against version 1. And now, I'm not going to sleep on the Peeps anymore. I think I'm actually officially done with ever doubting Gyro again. He's my favorite player right now in North America. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. I mean,
technically, you didn't we vote for the Peeps?
We did, but it was questionable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. It was a questionable vote.
He took a light nap.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the bracket, see where that puts them. That, of course, is up against Rogue. They're in the top 4 now. Gibbs, we've narrowed it down from 12 to 4. NRG Envy in the top, and Rogue and the Peeps are the final 2 with those single lives in the bottom bracket.
Yeah, Peeps have already beaten Rogue in this tournament alone, so Peeps and Rogue, that should be a good matchup because Rogue, they look next level today. But now we're up to the upper final. And once again, we've had 9 of these tournaments, and the winner has always come from the upper final. And Energy and Team Envy, they will battle it out to see who gets 2 lives in that grand finals.
That's right. The Titans are about to face off. NRG versus Team Envy. Turtle, this is a big one. A lot of people have been waiting for this matchup.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very close matchup, in my opinion. You got Turbo Pulsa looking like an absolute monster yesterday. 1.25 goals per game versus the Peeps. 76% goal participation overall. We saw the floaters, we saw the lob hits that he was tossing up. He was hitting goals from his own half yesterday that would just float in. The man was insane. He even got a couple of flip resets in there. They reverse swept the Sonics earlier on, and then they blazed through the Peeps.
Hey, baby, what's good, dog?
7-game win streak after dropping the first 2. I mean, how can you go against Team Envy? The only way I can see it is if we get a Justin Popoff Gibbs.
It's going to be tough, man.
Oh, man.
This is going to be an incredibly close match. They've met 8 times throughout all of RLCSX. They're 4-4 right now. So
they said, oh, it's going to be a close match. Watch they get 2 over. I mean, 4 over.
It's time for that Verizon fan vote. Get the hashtags in chat. Battle it out. Envy, NRG. This is going to be a tough one. Let's see you guys duke it out with hashtags in the chat right now.
Man.
Fight each other.
Oh, boy.
Get them out there. Support your team.
I'm chilling, bro.
This is a tough one, honestly, because we saw what NRG
let me see if we
doing,
get the
yesterday. They were swinging hard, but Envy again. Turtle just mentioned
93% on the drop, y'all. 93%. So as soon as we get this, we gotta hop on Rocket League, see what we get. I got Big Splash and the Crown.
Which way do you guys think it's going? I'm gonna start with Gibbs on this one.
Oh man, I feel like NRG, the comms that they had with
SSG is out. I really don't care about these matches. I ain't gonna hold you.
Envy, the clean rotations, the nearly perfect series that they had as well. Both teams looking hot coming into this. I'm going to go NRG, though. I'm going to go with Turtle's former teammate, Garrett G. I think he's playing at a new level, and I think NRG walks away.
Huh.
Okay, Turtle, are you going to switch it up? You're going with NRG. Eddie, what's it going to be?
Normally,
46
I
for me.
always
Nice.
go with NRG. I was a bit concerned yesterday with that Sonics performance for Envy. They had a reverse sweep, but they have been on a win streak. Envy look so clean. And Turbo Pulse in the midfield, I feel like you just can't doubt him now whenever he gets to this point in the tournament. I'm going to go Envy. I think they're going to take the win just with clean rotations.
The betrayal, Garrett.
It had to be done. It had to be done.
You know,
you don't got to bring that up. You don't need to make me feel bad about the pick, okay?
Yeah, he absolutely
always,
does.
bro, always.
And I'm going to do it, too. I'm going with NRG.
Oh,
how you going against NRG in this? Garrett and the rest of that team, man, they have what it takes to continue to put in hard work.
Well, obviously, the fuck.
And I really
at this point, bro, I'm just here to watch the games, bro. I'm not really. SSG got knocked out. Whoa.
This is unfair.
Wow.
How is that even possible? We saw how Envy played yesterday. Twitch chat. What is going on? What has happened?
Bro, the fans love their NRG fans, bro. Like, seriously. Chat loves NRG, bro.
I love that it was introduced to. I gotta say, our production's like, check this out. Like, there's no way anyone expected.
What the hell?
83%
Envy won
NRG.
the first 2 regionals. Why is it? I don't have to talk about it anymore.
That's
absolutely
insane.
Brilliant. Well, it is now time to get into our match. So, guys, get on Twitter. Let us know your full thoughts here. NRG and Envy. Do at RLCS.
Collegiate Rocket League returns? I don't care.
A winners finals has someone moving on to the grand finals with that extra life left.
That's
go
tough.
to the Skybox with Jorby and
Bro, I don't know who the freak is. What's up?
Well, Corelli, Twitch chat may be heavily in favor of NRG, but they were also heavily in favor of Space Station against Rogue, and let's see how that one panned out.
You know, I think you could see some justification for why a lot
controller
of people
extensions
are jumping off the boat of Envy. They looked a little bit shaky.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I honestly don't know.
Sweep early on, and then they come
seems pretty easy. Not much one-sided.
And you look on paper
for Envy and NRG.
You go back, you look at the context of each of those games. They were squeaking by in some of those games. They were very tight games against the Peeps. That 4-0 does not do justice to what the Peeps were able to do in that series. So NRG, on the other hand, had a bit of a scare for version 1, but they've played well throughout the tournament up until the Peeps. So I think our people have a lot more faith, especially taking down
my brother just bought a PS2 and for a reasonable price. $50 for games and a controller.
Exactly what everybody expects. Envy and NRG. I believe this is the 15th.
I gotta go. Be back soon. All right, man.
Time
Appreciate you coming by, stopping by, say what's up.
These guys know each other better than any other team in North America. They've just played each other way too often. I mean, like 14 times is ridiculous, but they've given us some insane matches, and Mist almost giving us a crazy shot right underneath.
There goes Swishy's face again.
And Justin gets punished.
I got Envy winning this. They're gonna drop down to the lower bracket. Envy's gonna take this tournament.
He did land on the wall, and I'm not sure he went too slow, I suppose, to get to that ball and have
93, 95, watch.
In a panic,
96, let's go. Come on. We're so
so
close too. Apparently every 2 hours you get the drop, so I started watching that like 11:55 or something.
As Envy go up 1-0.
Something like that. I don't know.
Justin to be doing. Oh my. Oh no, NRG.
Oh, let me close my damn door.
Sleeping at the
Let's hope. All right.
Okay.
That's cool.
Everyone's just letting the ball fly.
All right, we back.
Fair play.
Yeah, we back. We back. But we bite. And we bite. And we bite. Audio good? All right, we chilling. We chilling.
Level up or down is up for you to decide. Is here's Squishy flip reset, open net to shoot on, and oh my goodness, didn't get the power. He does.
Wow.
At the end, it was wide open. I didn't even gas it up because it was so free.
Garrett G probably got the best internet out of all these niggas, bro.
Squishy fails the touch, still able to tie it up for NRG.
Could you make an argument that he just let it go as soon as he saw the demo happen?
People are so one-sided, bro. Oh my god.
Highlight reel. He's allowed to let it drop. Hey, that might even make the highlight reel.
Yeah.
Not for the reason he wants, but. Oh, NRG take the goal anyway.
Good guy, go sleep. Sleep.
Opening minute and a half.
This whole game washed. I already know it. Oh lord. Squishy just missed a freaking flip reset open goal. Well, he got it still, but you know.
Right the ship pretty
didn't look as flashy or pretty as it used to.
We progress down the field. Atomic
not gonna lie.
Double committing. Atomic gets the demo, but not the goal. And Envy gonna try again here from midfield, or maybe the third. Miss gets the challenge.
Oh my!
Makes it scream to the top of the net.
Yeah, look at the positioning from Atomic.
Bro, Turbo looks so scuffed, bro. Look at this nigga, bro. Oh my!
Completely perpendicular from the play. And straight at Atomic, and that's the benefit of having that type of positioning, which, by the way, Envy do a lot. I don't think that pass was necessarily as planned as many of the other ones that you might see from Envy, but they do like to switch the field with those lateral passes all the way across to the other sideline. They always seem to have a player there. That's exactly what Atomic was positioning for.
His beard. Fags, bro. I need that, bro.
Pass to Turbo Pulsa. NRG really struggling to make contact with the ball.
I have Envy winning the whole thing.
Something that I expected to say at all during their matches today. Wow. And Miss gets a wide angle shot on net. Envy take a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, check out this angle from Miss. The challenge from Atomic's just good enough to at least keep that ball.
What kind of angles?
To not only put it on target, but to put it right in between the defenders with Garrett coming on the back post.
Insane.
Great work from Miss. And a 2-goal lead now for Envy.
Certainly not how you would expect them to get.
That's an open net. He cucked that. What the hell?
Able to roll back to pick up the next save. Quick transition for NRG, but Turbo's ready for it. And NRG certainly going to have to work much harder.
Bro, how can Turbo freaking play at this kind of... This man's so damn solid, bro. Actually insane. He even got the best mechanics, bro, but he's just here.
Other than that, though, Envy haven't really
Jesus. Yesterday, freaking, he hit a flip reset. He almost got a flip reset goal, bro. I'm about to say, if he can get it, bro, I could definitely get it, bro.
All the way into his net. A big clear comes out as NRG's offense completely fizzles out just as fast as it gets up to the final third.
Oh my.
Turbo. Easy to just wait there on the side wall.
Build for tough.
Can't get anything going. Just Garrett coming up. Maybe
that's it on their side though, but nice shot. What a save.
Shot from midfield. NRG haven't had a lot of space in the blue half, so if you do get a little space in midfield,
double tap is coming.
Ooh. Back on the rotation a little bit. Instead, NRG have to dive back for a couple of saves. Justin picks up the latest one.
Great pass, Squishy. Great pass, Squishy. Great pass.
That's great work from Envy to keep this.
Look at this pass. Good shit, Squishy. You're so good.
That allows Atomic to put a shot on target. Comes off the crossbar, gets everyone to jump after it, and no one
Imagine.
from NRG are able to get a touch. That's 13 shots now for Envy, as they have just been peppering the NRG defense.
Hasn't even been close yet. Turbo, even on his way out of the stadium, almost got a pass out to Mist. You just have to chalk this up to a bad game from NRG. It started bad, it continued bad, and it's probably going to end badly the way it's been going. And game 2, you're kind of looking ahead at that point.
Yes, Turbo is the god of Rocket League, basically.
Justin picks up another
I wouldn't be surprised if we win Lexington Land, low key.
It's a walk right now for them. They haven't struggled nigh at all past the first minute.
Nice demo.
Yeah, I mean, you can even just look at the stat line. Everything going well for Envy in a game where I don't even think Envy actually played all that great.
Like, are you seeing these mechanics, bro? And he's here still. What? Come on.
Defense, and it has looked much better for Envy compared to.
I feel like what makes Turbo is his freaking his positioning.
You wouldn't normally use to describe a team like NRG, but it's certainly been the case here.
That's why he's here at such a high level. He just have a super high sense of knowing this game super well.
When they are ahead, and they do pick up a goal here from Squishy. It's a nice shot.
That's probably why he's up here. That's why he's up here, bro.
A strong start right out the gate.
Yes, the day Turbo retires is the day RL is dead. Yeah, that's facts.
So consistent, Corelli, at being able to punish slow starts. If you start slow against
Yo, we're gonna grow up, right? And then we're gonna see the future of Rocket League unfold, bro. It's not gonna be the same, bro. This game would not be the same without these people, honestly.
How your team's going to come out, and you know, I think NRG definitely benefit off of the initial seconds of a match setting that tone. And you can look back to this game and say, well, the tone wasn't set very well because the initial misses from Justin early on certainly set the poor tone for NRG, and that seemed to just snowball throughout this game 1.
Like Envy about to take this, my guy.
Look at the stat line, miss with the hat trick. Wow. It's a strong opening for Envy here.
Right. I can't wait for the spring split. I wonder. Hold on.
Look, I think we said everything we needed to say about that game. It was definitely a head scratcher for me for NRG. It started pretty bad.
What kind of
trying to get the clear, and he couldn't really handle the ball off the backboard. Something we see Justin do.
What kind of format are they using for the spring split? Because I'm pretty sure the spring split is the last split of until Worlds, right?
And we weren't doing anything special in this game. In fact, they didn't look the best themselves in those opening 2 minutes. So I don't know what game 2 is going to bring us, but for NRG, they certainly need a complete 180 here.
Yeah, hopefully some changes for NRG. I mean, look, it's not even like, oh, you need to do.
Here I saying NRG washed, bro, and then when they win, oh, they're so goated, bro. Like, I hate the freaking.
No matter who they're playing against,
I hate this community with a passion. I hate the comments with a passion. Like, they have no type of sense at all, dude. Actually dumb. Actually dumb.
Maybe they can set the pace themselves. Justin.
Hope they don't use a double elimination bracket. Hope it's like a single elim or a double elimination. Cause you'll get cause they're narrowing down to the top 4 teams or top 5 or whatever, how much worlds they can hold. I'm pretty sure it's 4 teams from each region. 4 from NA, 4 from EU, I think. And then 2 from SAM and 2 from OC, and then.
Another big thing for them is, of course,
yeah, I think that's it.
Consistent, something that we didn't see in the first game, but also getting down the field a lot more. I know that's a simple point to make, but they really didn't.
Justin Carr looks so ugly, bro.
Even with the mistakes that were coming through the
nice.
Midfield,
oh,
we're still very comfortable breaking out from their defensive third.
Yeah, you say easy to say for a mistake to fix, but it always comes down to the simple things in Rocket League.
Oh, what a pinch!
If you're not making solid contact, you end up losing the challenge. The ball ends up in your net. That's just the reality. Your mechanics have to be solid. They have to be consistent. Otherwise, these teams will punish you. Missed setting that one across, but it's taken away by Garrett. NRG looking much cleaner.
I hate this bracket reset thing, whatever. It's so stupid.
For both teams. As Turbo Pulsa wants to throw this one downfield, Justin there to pick it up. I think NRG meeting those clears a bit earlier is also a huge help for them on defense. They're getting tied up, wanting to control that ball a lot of times, but they can't get the control. They don't have the boots to do so. Here's enough opportunity for Squishy, and Atomic puts it into his net, coming down off the ceiling. A tough read, and NRG up by 1.
But that's what they needed. They needed a play like this. That's a great challenge. Atomic thought he'd have a little bit more time to get turned around in net and get ready. He had no boost coming back. 7 is basically 0 in Rocket League. And he ended up own goal. That's what 7 boost gets you when you're turning around in net like that, Corelli. And for NRG, it means the world because that's exactly how game 1 started. Opposite for them.
Wow.
And Justin picks up a second goal for NRG, completely flipping the script here in game 2.
Yeah, TurboPulse wanted the long clear, and I think Atomic was thinking.
Hey, that pitch has a middle finger. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's illegal. Whoa, what are you talking about? Whoa. He has a middle finger, bro. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wonder if chat caught it. No, they didn't catch it? Cool. Oh, we got our drops. Let's go to Rocket League, boys. All right. We're heading to Rocket League now, y'all. Let's claim this. Let's claim this drops.
When they're not sure who's going to go for what. Everyone's feeling a lot more comfortable. Garrett forcing the next challenge for Squishy. But Envy able to throw the ball out downfield.
I better get something fire, bro. I'm probably going to get something garbage. Let's be real.
A lot of pressure in the blue half. Atomic makes
I want that RLCS decal for the Fennec.
Slowing it down. Flips it over Garrett. Atomic follows through. Over Squishy. Where's the shot from Mist? He was too far back, and it's taken away by Justin.
I just got to imagine.
Move up too far there.
Try to dual screen monitor though, that'd be pretty lit.
He actually went when maybe he didn't even need to.
Give me something fire. Not now.
Trying to keep this pressure on. They might be able to.
Cobalt your brands. Yes. Yes.
Down below and cut out by Garrett.
Envy a couple of nice challenges again. Squishy's forced to stay on the back wall. Justin takes out the lead man. Missed. Atomic forces another 50, and Turbo has to turn around. NRG, a couple of excellent challenges.
We got Cobalt, Fennec, your brand. Let's go. Okay, we love to see it. That's basically all I wanted to know. If it's Cobalt, then I can do something with it. This looks horrible. But where's the 4K at, bruh? Can we not watch this in 4K?
And they always seem to be on the same page. Look
like Jesus.
Oh, he's gonna get it off the crossbar. Can Kerma put it away? Again, almost finding each other in midair. That time they connected, just not able to put it on target. They're just so creative, Jorby, and able to find each other so easily, it feels like.
Atomic had that space earlier, too. If he finds a couple more like that where he can get a flip reset set up, he might find Mist next time. And Mist might find the net rather than the crossbar. Atomic wants Turbo Pulse, but he's the whole way back there. A very dangerous touch for Atomic. NRG are able to just box that play out into the corner.
It's gonna be 2-4 NB. I don't feel like NRG's taking 2 games off of this.
And Squishy's got free net and a 3-goal lead.
A lot of free touches here for NRG. Justin doesn't get the second touch, but Garrett pops up and over the back wall. And Mist didn't have a lot of boost. It was a quick turnaround and then challenge from Mist, and he was just a bit too slow. Didn't have a lot of.
Bro, I swear, Squishy's a bot, bro. He's actually a robot, bro.
To put that one away. A 3-0 lead opens up for NRG, Jorby, and this is the pace of play, the control that you would expect from an NRG squad.
No way.
Got caught out. Squishy
wow.
Went by him, and Mist picks up a goal. A minute left for Envy. But that's a nice little kick from Mist in recognition.
Look, bro. He has the same face, bro. He's literally a bot, bro. Let's be real. No emotion head ass, bro.
So unfortunate there for NRG. But with a minute left, they're looking to hang on here with their 2-goal lead.
You take the goals as you can get them. Atomic.
They're not even gonna close the door. That's cool. I gotta find a way to stream PS2 games, cause if I stream PS2 games, bro, it's raps for y'all niggas. I'm about to play some Sonic Hero on y'all niggas.
A lot more time wasted off the clock for NRG. Almost.
We'll play the first God of War or something. I don't know.
And Justin,
I'll find a way.
Better game from him specifically in game number 2. Squishy couldn't quite find the touch, but Garrett backs him up. This time the fallback plan's coming through.
Ooh, big whiff.
And no shot for Envy.
I think that was intentional.
I like seeing Squishy contribute here in this game. It feels like sometimes he takes the back seat on NRG, and he might kind of fall into the shadows, but he was certainly.
Oh, don't say that, Corelli, bro. That's cop.
NRG to win this game, and that's important. When Squishy's doing well on NRG, it does feel like the rest of the team does well.
Yeah, that's certainly something that, you know, Squishy's talked about it in his own channels and stuff. You know, he's not always the center star of NRG, but he doesn't need to be when you have somebody like Justin and Garrett for that matter.
Bro, Justin is flicking me off, bro. I don't like this.
While he can be the star sometimes, doesn't have to be. This time he was.
Oh yeah, I sprained my freaking wrist yesterday.
For NRG to win against Team Envy, and
you can ask Knock about it, bro.
It was a dream, Corelli. And, you know, maybe NRG can completely forget about it after that performance.
If anybody could bring back the mullet hairstyle, bro, it'll be Jorby, bro. No
I
cap.
think this is the series that we all signed up to watch here, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it. But of course, you know, now we got to look back on the other side. We complimented what Envy could do in the first game. Now we look back here in game 2 and say, you know, look, I don't think Envy had a poor game here per se, but it was more the mistakes that they made. Again, were capitalized.
I'm on my second drop, y'all. Let's go.
Always had about this team, no matter the roster.
I got Fennec your bands. You love to see it. It's Cobalt too, by the way.
Mistakes, or find the small gaps that teams give up. And that was the difference maker here, because it wasn't the worst game in the world from Envy. Rather, NRG doing a great job of capitalizing on those
62
small little efficiencies that Envy didn't have.
And we are getting everybody back into the lobby. We had to create a new server real quick, so that's just what the slight delay is. And I'm trying to get into the lobby, so as soon as I do, I'm sure we'll be ready to go. And Envy and NRG will also be ready, trying to get into that Winter Major Grand Final. Envy trying to... I'm not going to say, like, try to pull a BDS, because nobody can be BDS. It's already over. That train has left the station a long time ago.
Yeah.
But Envy could certainly start pulling themselves away from the pack a little bit, Corelli, with how dense it is in the top 4 in North America. With how they're looking so far, though, NRG may take them out.
I mean, sitting as it is right now, I mean, Envy are the leaders in points. They're at over 1,000 here for the winter, and just looking at the full ranking now, they're just below Space Station at the moment, who just exited the tournament. So for Envy, this is a big deal. NRG, by the way, is right below Envy in the full points here. So this is a tight race for these two teams to try and pass Space Station here. I think a win.
Space Station is like, you know what? Let's go on to the next.
Good at math,
let's go on to Spring Split. Let's try to do better.
Game for both.
Think about what's the game plan and just move forward.
I think a lot of these teams expect to go Worlds, right? I think that's the expectation. I think that's the assumption.
Oh, let me get my phone charger.
Envy and NRG at Worlds. Getting the best seed that you possibly can for Worlds is the next best thing that you need to talk about, right? Because that's important. And this game, you know, regardless of where you sit in the rankings, is important to win this major, but also in the broader spectrum of a world championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Envy have just been a mark of consistency over 2 splits so far, and where, you know, fans of teams like NRG or Space Station would like to see themselves as a team Envy that constantly makes it to the top 4, but Envy are the only team that have placed top 4 in every regional or major. So it's almost the old Cloud9 team. Before we switched to
all I need is a new mic and
however many majors that they played in. Envy are creating that same era of consistency and that expectation of
what else?
So no
and a webcam.
If they stay
so I can show my face.
Number 1, Mist has been incredible for this team. When Mist first entered the RLCS, and I was aware of Mist's, or we were all aware of Mist before he joined the RLCS. I never expected his upside to be this high. Like, I don't know if any of us anticipated him creating as much value for a number 1 team as he does on Team Envy.
Yeah, and you know, again, we
knew
what
he
bring to the table. Hold on a second, he's getting boxed into his own net. Garrett G and NRG doing a great job right off the rip to put a couple of tough shots on net. And Garrett does catch that one off the crossbar for a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Mist got frozen on the box, and
that's rough, buddy.
Down right in front of him. Not much he can do. Waiting for that ball. Don't want to force an own goal or put yourself in a poorer position. You just got frozen. So Envy struggling to find game 1 form, which I guess game 1 form is not what they should be looking for. They really just took advantage of a worse NRG at that point. But NRG are starting to take the reins. Another quick pass, but that time thrown away by Turbo Pulse.
Looking to see now what Envy can do. They're already in the hole. We talked about, you know, having to pick up the pace of play here against NRG is very important. Finding those passing plays that we had mentioned early on in game number 1 is huge. That's a great effort here by Mist to initially win the ball and have a second chance. Atomic trying to follow up and find Turbo in the midfield, but it's Justin who's going to dance downfield with it. He gives it up to Mist.
Nice job by Envy.
Why would I try to do my dance?
Stay in the blue half for all of the time, but I say that, and Justin has a little bit of space. Mist able to flick that ball over Garrett G, but Garrett's going to get the ball back. Turbo, no one ends up challenging that ball, and Atomic will throw it back downfield. Turbo's actually got some space on it. And he'll taking himself up the wall. He did have an option to leave it for Atomic again, but Garrett just gets the turnaround, and Envy offensive struggles continue.
Yeah, I mean, it's the opposite of what we saw in game one. Now it's NRG who's just really boxing in Envy and not letting them out. And even these long clears, that's all Envy can do. Not keeping control, and for NRG, they will eat that up every day of the week. That is exactly what NRG want you to do, is to give that ball up the midfield, these high-flying balls that no one can get to. But as soon as we start talking about it, that was an opportunity for Atomic. It is turned away back to the Envy side.
No miss. Can't quite. Or he did really get that challenge over to Turbo, back over to Atomic. NRG a little bit behind on this one. Miss gets 2 touches above. Garrett just got a nick of it. And Atomic can't do a lot of work here, but he did buy some time for Turbo. Mist has to wait as well. But NRG aren't letting up. They aren't giving any space. Where there was tons of space in the attacking third earlier for Envy, there's none of it now. They get to the third, and the play dies in the corner. NRG have sussed out the plan for Envy, but that one just got knocked off the crossbar. That was his best look at the net yet.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about what Envy need to do, and now they're making NRG sweat on defense. You see these long clears. Anytime you see a long clear like that, usually means a team getting desperate just to get the ball out. Gives it back to Envy. They set back up. Oh, this one almost gets over Justin. Atomic can't get by Garrett. Here's Garrett on the dribble. Can't get by Mist as he slows him down. Justin, this one's going to lob it towards net. And the clear for Envy comes out.
Oh, Mist. Oh, wow. Squishy just takes away Mist's potential with the ball. Mist tries to get the ball away from Justin. Succeeds.
That was good, bro.
Takes the shot, and Mist does all the
Let's go, Oscar.
himself in NRG territory to even the score.
It feels like Miss Carr is just faster than everyone else at the moment. That is great work from Miss to keep possession off of that touch and keep control of his car. A lot of times you can get out of control by jumping with the pop. He's able to flip back down and keep control of his car and put that one away. But a kickoff is going to nullify the great work by Mist, and NRG get their lead back.
Just when you think you can finally take a breath, you get the lead taken away from you. Challenge goes perfectly for NRG. Mist picks the left gap, it goes right, and he gets burned. And that's frustrating.
Ball chaser.
Envy.
Man's caught me lacking. Wait, what are you talking about?
To get that goal, now they have to do it again. And not a game where they have been the most successful on offense. Envy have 5 shots on net, and Mist owns 3 of those.
Someone's mad he's not in RLCS.
A scrap in midfield.
Wait, what?
Possession, and NRG have usually been coming out the less bloody of the 2 combatants. And another hard clear off the back wall. NRG, not to be trifled with right now on the pitch. That game 1 was an anomaly. These back 2 games have been excellent, but Atomic wants to change things right now. Flips it back. Justin doesn't have to sweat for it. Atomic tries to take the play away, and he does. But Mr. Turbo, they combine their powers to do nothing, and is headed back the other way.
Here comes Squishy trying to
receive
that
that good.
Justin had no boost there.
You talking about me?
Able to win it off the back wall. That was opportunity for NRG.
Man.
It's unfortunate it came down to Justin with no boost. Now Envy trying to find each other. Great passing play over to Turbo. The shot was on target, but turned away by Garrett.
You like that passing play, though. Try to shade what you're doing. Don't always go for the shot if you don't have to. Mix-ups are always welcome. And flip resets are well. Justin getting under that last one. And Squishy takes the ball away again.
I think you need not to be mod anymore.
Justin couldn't get the bump, but he was trying to avoid it. He knew Justin wanted to bump him out of the way.
Funny.
And ended up not being able to touch the ball. Miss gets a demo to try to open something up, but midfield again, closed for business. It's all NRG. Another challenge in front. Turbo can't make up for lost time. High ball, and Envy got to go the distance. Miss sees it on the pass, but he's met in the air by Garrett G. NRG takes series lead 2-1.
Yeah, quality game again from NRG. Really, that first game was just a warm-up.
But my wrist hurts, bro, because, like, I slammed my freaking fist on the desk yesterday.
just can't produce enough offense to combat what energy.
Yeah, that's what happened.
You look at that first goal.
Just ass knocked,
all
bro.
over Envy, and it was very tough for them to break out. So many shots going wide and kind of painting around the frame, eventually putting one on target. But for Envy, you really didn't see that offense. I mean, they put up 7 shots. You know, I mean, there was enough offense there to
sounds
say
like cap. We
chance,
all know,
but it doesn't really feel like it when you go back and look at the context of each of those shots, where Envy had the same type of pressure that NRG did.
Yeah, and they could never break out of midfield, or any time that they could make a follow-up challenge, they were just a little slower than where NRG were. NRG just had the beat of the play, the rhythm on the pitch. It was theirs. They were the ones creating the rhythm. And so Envy were constantly
Winter Major.
We saw some passes start to develop.
I can't believe freaking Space Station got 4-0'd by freaking Rogue, dude.
Try for air dribbles just to force some sort of neutral play in midfield, but nothing was neutral in game number 3 for Envy. Everything was net negative for them. NRG doing an excellent job on the pitch and recovering after how the series started for them. Envy are now in that spot. They have to find a way to even the score here. Going down 3-1 can't be an option.
And look, I mean, you're seeing the sparks needed to create that offense. There was a couple good passing plays that we saw from Envy, very creative passing plays.
What a read by Turbo.
The offense that we're seeing from NRG, but it's the consistency of setting those up that's the issue right now for Envy.
We'll see if Envy can figure it out, or if NRG will continue to march to their own beat. Now Garrett quickly finds his way downfield.
That's sad.
This was ready for that one, but still, this was the problem, right? NRG complete command of midfield, and Atomic doing a lot of that. A lot of time wasted on the third. Nothing that really puts you in a solid spot to win a 50, or to put your team in a chance where you can succeed with passes, or even challenges on the back wall or the backboard.
Yeah, it truly has been the difference maker, and that's where I think Envy does shine when they can set that up. Here comes Justin.
Oh my!
He's attempted 2 or 3 double flip resets in this series so far. I don't think there's that many. I don't know that many players that you could say have attempted 2 or 3. Oh, that's a big miss. Does he still go in?
What the hell?
It still goes in. I think he might have just gotten the smallest piece. Hold on a
Jorby
second.
dissing everyone. Big facts, bro.
Touch on it.
He did not touch that ball. What?
It still goes in.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
Break it down, Jorby.
There's nothing to be said. Moving on. Oh, that was ridiculous. Turbo forces a challenge up here. And there won't be too much for Envy to look at. The rest of Envy has retreated while Miss buys them some time.
I want to wait for a pinch.
Corelli, I've seen some interesting goals. And I swear I say this once every split at this point. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either, and I don't know what's worse, the fact that Justin didn't hit the net or that it still went in, and Justin gets a much better goal this time. Garrett with a great setup and a 2-0 lead for NRG.
Yeah, this one a lot more textbook, right? Garrett's downfield, sets it up off the crossbar, and Justin punches it in. Atomic just misses the read, has to be perfect. Easy come, easy does it. None of this ghost touch nonsense.
That does not have, he did not say that right.
2-0 NRG.
The hell?
What happened to Envy, Corelli?
It shouldn't be that.
Jorby's always Jorby, bro. He's just gonna diss everyone. He don't care.
Easy for NRG to move downfield and slice open your defense. Another shot.
Oh my!
For Justin, a hat trick now in the first 2 minutes for NRG and Justin.
He's just sitting here all by himself in the third. Atomic turns around. He knows Justin is there, but it actually looked like Atomic was in a spot to challenge Justin for the ball. But he turns around thinking he can save whatever shot Justin gives him, and well, Justin gave him the one shot he couldn't save. It's completely flipped from earlier. NRG are destroying Envy. They're decimating Envy.
Oh my goodness.
It's off the crossbar and in. Garrett G sets it up on the crossbar.
Wow.
Justin punches it in. I've read this story before.
The open nets are tough for NRG today. They got to make it extra difficult. I don't know what the squishy one, this one with Garrett, Justin's shot, a couple. I don't know what the deal is.
Damn, dude.
But the
that's
thing is,
rough, buddy.
They're all still going in for NRG, and that's what matters. And for Envy, I'm not sure what is going on with the defense. They have overcommitted. I mean, on that play, you could just say, look, they overcommitted. They pushed too far. but it's just been 1-2 touches from NRG. There's nobody to contest anything from Envy on their defensive third, and NRG have just torn them apart.
It's just another chapter of more open nets. And there's nothing there. Atomic, who could typically launch a ball up and get something going with it on an air dribble, a challenge or something. And the touch, they just can't get it close enough. At Turbo, the play dies again. Justin catches it, and all they can hope is that NRG drop the ball for them in midfield, and they get a play set up. But every time they get behind the ball, NRG are there to challenge it, and there's no space for them to work with at all.
Yeah, I mean, that is the biggest issue, I think, for Envy is they can't keep possession, and when they do, NRG are just all over them. And by the way, when NRG are all over them, they're quickly down the field. I mean, NRG have done a great job to counterattack, but be efficient on the counterattack. It's a 1-2 touch downfield and a shots on target, and that's really where NRG have been the most dangerous.
Garrett stops another play. Turbo's follow-up, he may as well not have been there, and Garrett G is racing by the whole defense, and almost caught Justin on the pass, and Justin takes the ball away from Turbo. NRG, apparently this is a freestyle session in this last push. I mean, Justin just took the ball away as if Envy weren't even there. Justin's like, this is my backboard now, not yours, Envy. And it's 4-0 still. They didn't get a goal, but they don't need to. There's only a minute left.
No, they really don't. And for Envy, it's a brutal game, especially now being put on match point, assuming they lose here, and it might be a 5th goal. Justin waiting to see where that one's going to drop as demos come out on both sides. But for Envy, I mean, what can you say? Turbo blasting it downfield. There's just no possession to be had, and maybe it's a go next situation here. But for Envy, there's got to be a lot of changes coming out for them here in this next game, because NRG just seem to be getting better and better. Missed, gets the flip and into the net. But with 39 seconds left, still going to be tough to come down by 3.
Well, Mist hasn't seen space like that in 15 minutes. He made the most of it on the flip reset. It's a nice shot from him. But like you said, probably too little too late here with the amount of time remaining. And we're going to be hoping for a lot more in Game 5.
When the quick chats are coming out from the players, I think you know what's happening here in this game.
I wasn't going to say it, and Garrett almost nailed a double. But Justin kicks the ball out to the side, and it's basically doing a victory lap around the pitch for NRG. Another touch for Squishy. That's the thing too, is like Envy expect the touch to go a certain way, but then NRG just play one more touch. One more touch. It's like they think they're going to push forward, but then NRG just get one more touch and you're out of position. And they've done that to so many teams, and on NRG's dominant runs, that's the type of game that they've always played, right? One touch too many for the defense to handle, and NRG are in your net. NRG have dominated Envy for 3 games straight, and Envy currently have no path out.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, because it has been dominated from NRG. Even in the closer scoreline games, it's still been NRG. And for Envy now, I really truly think it is about the possession game, bringing that ball down and keeping possession, setting something up. Because look, the ideas are there. People are still going to be in positions for these types of passes across field or downfield. You just have to wait for those to materialize and be ready for them when they happen. Because right now, Envy rather just throw the ball down the field and really not keep possession or let anything kind of formulate in front of them, whereas NRG are kind of just taking what Envy are throwing at them and then boom, 1-2 pass downfield, and it's quick, efficient, on target, and most of the time it's going in for them.
Well, we'll see if Envy can get things figured out. This is not the typical form that Envy usually show when they're in an upper bracket final. We'll see what pans out for them. Right now, NRG are in top of the region form right now. If you look at Rogue in the lower bracket, they look insane down there compared to anyone else we've seen so far. NRG are trying to build that case. If Rogue are going to make a lower bracket run to the grand final, you're looking at NRG that might be the competition there to take them out. Just with how the series has gone so far, unless Envy show us something different, NRG might walk away here in 5.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we were a little bit worried in Game 1 from NRG, but they've woken up. They got a couple games under their belt now, and they're in form. Like you said, they're in form, and that's, I mean, this is the perfect time to do it, Jorby, here at the Major. They got to get through Envy here in this last game, and it's still chances here for Envy to fight back in this series. We know they can. It just hasn't been their day today. They have not played well since the first game.
73%. Hey, these comments.
Touch after a succession of NRG
commentators be throwing heat.
Opening 30 seconds. Took 2 shots from NRG. Here's the third.
Derby got relaxed. Turbo pull out the toxicity he did in RLCS.
Slow coming out of their own half.
Look at Justin, bro.
Typically dangerous on the transition. That game's been
Bro, Justin's just straight chilling right now, dude.
Justin hops in front of another one. NRG are just ready for any touch. They know Envy can't get any quality touch on net, and so they're just ready to pounce on it anytime they get one. Look, Garrett right there might have actually just helped Mist out to get Envy out from midfield.
And watching how Envy approaches defense right now, it does feel like they're very eager to move downfield, even when it's not 100% certain that they have possession. That's why it feels like they're so spread out on defense. That's why so many times you see just one man in the net, because it just feels like Envy so quick to move downfield without confirmation of that possession. And now Mist and Turbo out. It's just Atomic back and a big clear. That one might actually get over everyone, and it does, even with the touch. Atomic trying to set up this great angle.
Ooh, what a save.
As it's turned away by Squishy.
That was a close one, but Squishy did get that touch. And now Envy can really get something set up here. He sees Mist, Atomic did, but the reads from NRG have been so quick. How do you fight against that, where even if everything's clicking, you get the pass out? You're able to make contact. Wow. Still, NRG had the read a second before you did. Atomic right there, knocked away from Garrett.
These are the types of chances that Envy need to clamp down on NRG, and you can see they just poke it free and move downfield so quickly. Squishy's up, can he drop it in? Oh, big save by Mist. Follow up.
What a save, Atomic.
Away by Atomic. That's how fast NRG can just flip the table on you.
That transition, speedy, and then they just grab midfield and refuse to let it go. Squishy gets another touch up in front. Turbo's up, but he got knocked to the ground. Justin forces another 50.
If he would have beat Garrett, that would have been a goal.
Race for this. Justin, can he get the ball away? He does from 2 Envy attackers and gets the ball out to Garrett. Justin is playing amazingly right now. I don't know how he has shoveled this ball out of some of these situations.
He's done a great job of being that backbone for NRG. You'll find a lot of times him sitting in the midfield while Garrett and Squishy make things happen. He's done a great job of making sure even here, possession, push it away from defenders. That's 2 demos from Squishy and Garrett. 2 players from Envy taken out, but only for the moment, not long enough, as Justin gives the ball away to Mist.
Garrett's got space, and he was able to find Justin on the backside. But Envy, they do know how NRG are positioned. They haven't given up on one of these passing plays yet. But Justin on the delay, and the Atomic hops right in front to take away the pass and get the clear. But he's out of boost. He needs Turbo's help. He got it. Fake from Atomic, and the save on the crossbar keeps NRG scoreless. And Justin, he doesn't have a lot of boost here, but he gets help from his friend Squishy, able to kick it a little farther. But a quick transition.
Nice.
And it's made of lead. 1-0 Envy.
That's the transition that Envy have been missing, taking advantage of 2 players going after the same ball from NRG. The quick pass down to Atomic, the strike.
Bro, Supernova's a really dope goal explosion. I love it so much.
Go-ahead goal here with a minute 15 left.
They finally got something quick on the transition, and they were able to turn it into goal. But NRG, Envy cannot let their foot off the pedal, as NRG have been itching to get into that Envy net. Squishy try to block off Mist again, but Atomic, he doesn't have anything here. He has to wait for Justin. I just have to leave the play now with no boost. Turbo punching it in reverse, but that was a good stop. It would have been a better stop had they been able to control midfield, but now Mist has to weave his way around in the blue half, able to steal that boost away for his efforts, but then Justin gets behind the ball. Can NRG tie this one up, or will Envy survive a little longer in the upper final?
Could be this attack for NRG, and Atomic doesn't make contact, but he leaves way for Mist. And for Envy, this game has been a short one here with only 1 goal, but they're in the lead and they're trying to hold on here in the final 20. Maybe put 1 more on the board as NRG just throw it downfield.
And no one's going to get to that, but Justin's giving the ball right back from Turbo. Mist too slow to the ball. Squishy comes back around, but it's taken away by Atomic. And Mist gets the go-ahead touch downfield. It's lobbed almost into the net. Justin got the save, and Squishy gets 1 more chance. Mist takes that chance away. Garrett gets a nice pop, forces Atomic into the sky, and now Garrett gets the catch because Atomic missed. He wants to pass to Justin, hard off the corner. Where's Squishy? There he is, but it's denied by Mist. Garrett hustles back to that touch, but Atomic is all over it. All he has to do is kill the ball, and Envy survive for now. Ooh.
Yo, Mist got huge. What the hell?
For Envy.
My man, man's over here got chunky, bro.
Very important here, just to keep the series
looking like calm.
Didn't have to feel too much pain of having to make a comeback or overtime or anything like that.
Mist got freaking huge, Envy, bro.
Look, this was a fine win for them. Was it the
compared to he's on the Pittsburgh Knights like a year and a half ago?
Felt a lot of pressure from NRG.
He looks chunky.
They did well to keep NRG at bay. That was better from what we saw earlier on, but there are some close calls and some tough saves made by Envy to keep this scoreline clean. And the offense there was there, right? The one goal that they had, it was that quick clear downfield, something that we've been asking for from them. And the one big mistake that NRG made was sending 2 players for the same ball. And that quick transition, those gaps are the gaps that you're only going to get a few times a game. And Envy were able to take advantage of that one, and that's important to see.
Yeah, I mean, NRG does such a good job killing the transition from Envy, and they get one chance at it. And like you said, they took advantage of it. And I mean, Envy had to play some defense. We saw it in the highlights there. They made 2 quick saves at the beginning of the game. And then NRG
we on Tio Nokia, y'all. Yes, sir.
So how do things
my favorite map.
Go down
this is one of my favorite maps.
On Neo Tokyo? Will the same events unfold for Envy? And can they hang on for just a little while longer to force a Game 7 here?
Hey,
in this upper
if you
final?
force a Game 7, bro, Turbo's
NRG
winning. Envy is winning.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans who were voting for NRG would hope not, as it was overwhelmingly in favor of NRG. But Envy here setting something up. That shot's directly at Justin. Still Envy trying to keep the attack on. Mist looking for a play.
Oh, nice bump.
Yep. And a 1-0 lead in the first 30 seconds for Envy.
Now, eventually in these games, it starts to get dirty, and Mist just finds the bump. It's the better play. Let the ball sail down for Turbo Pulsa and make a statement 30 seconds into the game. Envy finally get the first goal. In the last 3 games, they weren't able to score firsts. Like one of them, they weren't even able to score at all. Much better start here for Envy, but they can't let NRG sneak back in on a kickoff, and Atomic and Mist made sure of it with that clear.
Oh, he almost got the demo too, bro.
He won't get the boost for his effort. Was able to shake that pass out. Good clears for Envy as well. Force NRG to respect the play from midfield. No real action just yet. Both players vying for that possession, those extended
gift keyboard. Hey.
I can so often break a defense down.
80%, let's go.
But he's got a backup. Turbo, light shot that can be handled by Squishy. Missed. Doesn't have a touch that he would have liked off of that demo. Squishy got the catch, and he's got no boost over one.
Epicus,
hey, and the challenge will be Turbo Pulsa's to win. Garrett
close the door,
again,
dude.
But Mist has one.
Oh my!
Garrett comes right back for the save.
Yeah, great setup here from Envy, and they're still in a great spot. NRG have boost starved. Here comes
Atomic.
With a flip reset. And you can see Envy slowly locking in NRG. NRG are actually going to break out here, but great offense from Envy, an offense that we haven't seen.
He should never scooped
it. Games, even in the previous game that they won, we didn't really see them lock in NRG as much as they did right there. That was almost, what, a minute and a half of just Envy on offense? That's a good look for Envy right now.
I absolutely agree. A couple more like that. NRG will be happy to buy their way into the blue half, but they have a chance here, and Turbo almost got bumped by Squishy. Garrett, that one close.
Double commit.
2 committed from Envy, and it is as easy as it can be for Justin.
Yep, and again, NRG, they're gonna sit.
It's just took their time. Nobody was challenging.
Justin's behind the half line here. He's not even close.
Yeah, he's not even close. Yeah.
On the goal line for Envy, and it was like.
Surprised nobody called that out.
In front of him for Justin, with 2 players going for the net wide open with the ball bouncing towards him. It's just again too easy for NRG, who's gonna get one off the kickoff.
Oh
too
wow.
Easy for Garrett G to get the second goal, and you can't let goals like this go in. You cannot let it happen. As Envy, the #1 seed in North America, you can't let a double commit lead to a tie game when you're down on match point, and you can't get scored on the kickoff like that. You will not make it to the grand final. NRG are the team that will punish you every single time. Envy missed. It's not even close, and Garrett can't really find his way.
Jorby's right. Hey, he do be spitting facts though.
Corelli, after that strong open,
other than that, bro,
And they have to work for the second goal, and Miss double touch is taken away by Garrett, who's a defensive mastermind right now.
And Miss is looking on form with these attacks. A couple double tap setups that he's had have looked really good. It's just the defense from NRG have been able to get a piece of it. Can't count Envy out quite yet. It's only down by 1 goal, and it might be 2 here. Justin throwing a couple fakes.
Oh, wow.
Second touch off of the Atomic save, and a 2-goal lead now for NRG.
Is there 1 player blocking the net? No problem. Are there 2 players blocking the net? No problem for Justin. On the dunk, Inertia did all the work. He was just there for the ride. 3-1 for NRG. And we are past the halfway point. Envy got to work hard to get back into it.
It's definitely going to be tough, but look, they've had that form. They've shown it here in this game alone. They just need to get back to it and stop making those little mistakes. For NRG, that's a great fake from Justin. Now he wants a piece of Atomic, and he does. Punch him out of the way, but Turbo comes back through to pick it up. Gets the back boost of NRG, but pays for it with his life. Now Atomic missed there.
Nice shot.
Wide, and it does go into the far post, just wide of Justin's car.
Well, eventually Justin was going to get burned. He had come back, he got the demo, and he thought that would relieve some pressure, but then he turned in initially. If he had just kept driving and kept his car straight, he would have been able to play the backup to Squishy there, but instead had to turn again as soon as the shot happened from Mist, who popped seemingly out of nowhere for him. And Envy
Game 7, Game 7.
30 remaining.
Any boost for Justin there, he would have been in the right position. He had 0 the entire time. It was crucial that Turbo took that back boost, rather, even though he died immediately with it.
Oh no! Oh, I thought Mist just sealed the deal for Envy right there on that misread. But
they might do it here.
The ball downfield. Atomic almost got the tie, but again Squishy's in the way, and we'll get the clear downfield for NRG. But they've had to send that ball sailing, and there's been no one from NRG to receive the catch. In fact, it's been Envy who have just been reloading when they get back to the blue half. NRG finally get a massive clear that forces Turbo back a little bit. Justin forces 1 challenge, but Garrett G has to leave. Turbo's ready for it. Squishy, he's got the kill. Only a little bit of boost, so Garrett will take over on the feint. Squishy high. Mist almost got caught out, but Justin's too far back. He's
almost caught that fool lacking. Hold on.
Insurance would be big with 30 seconds left, but Envy ready for another go.
And they might get it here. Mist trying to throw it downfield to the back post, does find it, but a bit clear. Here's Garrett, can he get back to it? Puts it on target, Mist can't get back, and a 2-goal lead, some insurance for NRG.
Well, if Garrett Fennec had hands, it would be high, waving, I'm down here. Nobody is around me. I have the easiest redirect in the world. I don't even need any boosts. And he puts it right into the net for NRG, and now Envy have an impossible task ahead of them. A goal every 12 seconds. They need it right here, and it's taken away. Mist, no chance. Atomic, can he get Turbo set up? Garrett, no boost in the tank, but Mist has to sit on the ground. That was probably the best chance Envy had. Mist dives in.
Oh, wow.
Shot to give Envy a chance at the end.
Huge shot from Mist, who has been performing this entire series long. And Atomic again, those lateral passes deep into the box. Justin a bit too far back there on his own goal line, allows 11
seconds, bruh. Energy's probably still gonna take it.
Down to the kickoff.
Here we go. Kickoff neutralized. Atomic has the bounce, but
who broke Route 1?
The position he wants to be. And now Envy gotta go the distance in the air.
Gotta go the distance.
Finds Mist on the ground. That's a pop-up high. Turbo's got the boost to handle it.
Oh, wow.
NRG send Envy down, and they'll wait in the grand finals.
Wow.
That touch was so strong. That touch right there was so strong, bro. He should have done it a little bit lighter.
Couple games, but it was NRG who was playing in top shape after that first game throughout the rest of the series. And they are looking strong going into the finals.
Can I just say, Garrett had the jug of water next to him, and I just gotta say, Garrett, you know, I understand, man.
Damn, Jorby!
I got my own jug of water here, and I gotta take one after that match. I thought Envy were gonna come back at the end, but NRG put on a performance. You know, we got more of it. We got more Rocket League after this. So, you know, get up, take a bathroom break, go get a snack, and we'll be back real quick.
Bruh, Nightbot caught you lacking, Pyro. Alright, let's see the chat, bro. Let's see the chat, bro. How much one bet's gonna be toxic as hell? Look at this.
It's just you and the open road.
Watch the chat, bro. Watch the chat, bro. Look. Envy fans quiet. Goodbye, Envy, for now.
your team, the other team, the ball.
No, that's the Ford F-150.
The new Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition.
That would be fire. I actually would like the Raptor instead of the F-150. Just saying.
Verizon knows how to build unlimited right.
I'm voting Rouge.
Most awarded network.
I feel like the peeps could take it, low-key.
Then, for the first time ever, give families more entertainment with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, now all included.
We're a big soccer family. Handmaid's Tale. I love Frozen.
Then give families plans to mix and match, so you only pay for what you need.
You get so much more than this, a great network.
With plans starting at just $35, the network more people rely on gives you more. This is unlimited built right, only on Verizon.
Wow. What's on the Explore page? Infinity War, Spider-Man 2, Star Wars Holocron, Logan, Watchmen, Horizon Zero Dawn, Shingeki. Oh, okay. Just say you love everything. Alright, we got an Envy, what? Peeps and Rogue next. Should have been SSG, just saying. Energy's back in the finals, bruh. Who would have thunk it, bruh? Who would have thunk it? Actually insane. Who else is live? Let's see. Of my subscriptions. No one. Alright. Pyro's banned, that's crazy. I mean, he's muted. What? Sheesh. If only, bro. We gotta check out. Wait, we gotta check. Hold on. 2% is gonna go to 36. 33. Damn it. Ba 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 da da. Russ, no one's gonna sign the freaking peeps, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a Ford F-150, a giant among trucks. Same built Ford Tough design, same tropical fruit wheels, and boost out the exhaust laser thing. Yep, same old F-150. The new Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition, available now.
Wow.
Hello and welcome back to the Rocket League Championship Series Winter Split North American Major driven by Ford. I'm leaving alongside me Gibbs and Turtle, and we just had quite a match there. Turtle, NRG versus Team Envy. NRG comes out victorious.
You know what, Twitch chat was right all along. I'm so sorry I ever doubted it because it was heavily in favor of NRG. And in the first game, I was sitting here with a really fat smirk on my face. So happy that Envy was popping off. And then all of a sudden, we got Justin coming in clutch. Mystic looked solid throughout this, but Justin, my goodness, was he someone you have got to be scared of on defense.
And it reminded me of Team Envy back in the fall.
My brain hurts, yo.
Atomic, when he has his ups and downs, and Team Envy, they look like maybe like 3rd or 4th best in NA. And Atomic did not have a good series. Energy capitalized for sure. And they drove it home. It got a little scary in Game 6 because it seemed like Envy woke up, but it was a little bit too late. But we'll see them later in that lower bracket. I think Envy can show us a thing or two.
Let's take a look at NRG's journey here as they plow through that upper bracket into the grand finals. Now they sit with that second life still alive. Whoever faces off against them will have to beat them 2 times in 2 best-of-7s here. It's going to be intense, and down that lower bracket gives us Rogue, Peeps, and Envy fighting for that opportunity.
And let's not forget that North America, no team has done a full bracket reset yet, so NRG is looking pretty. But now we got Rogue and Peeps left. Peeps want the points. Rogue are looking pretty comfortable because of that Regional 3 win. But, you know, everything is on the line. We got double the points all throughout today. It's going to be a brutal match here. It's a rematch of day number 1.
Yeah, and this rematch alone is something that you have got to pay attention to because the Peeps and Rogue, while the Peeps looked dominant, Rogue now have stepped up their performance and look miles ahead of what they were showing up with yesterday.
Yeah, this is going to be quite the matchup here. Again, we mentioned time and time that the Peeps seem to have Rogue's number, but Rogue is seemingly having everyone else's number now. They came off Space Station Gaming with a 4-0, so we know they're playing good.
Damn.
Turtle. We know that they're feeling it.
I was sad.
Peeps with a 4-1 win on version 1.
And this is a very, very difficult matchup to even look at. You can see how close they are in stats alone. With the shots that we're going to see, obviously there was a big, I'd say, flaw in the defense for Rogue whenever they played previously, and that was because Rogue were double committing all over the place on defense. They didn't know how to handle it. When it came to offense, they were fine. It felt like they were, I'd say, a person who goes to the gym and just focuses only on their upper body, but they didn't have any legs. They skipped leg day.
You can't skip leg day. Don't skip leg day.
You can't skip it. You can't skip it. The defense has got to pick it up if they want to beat the Peeps.
All right. Well, it's time for that Verizon fan vote, guys. You know what to do. Hashtags in the chat right now. Duke it out, Peeps or Rogue. Who's taking this one to face off against Envy after this again? Best of 7.
Y'all niggas don't know how to close a damn door, dude. I swear to God.
Here, starting with Turtle this time. Who you got?
I'm about to do it right now, man. Relax.
I'm not going to turn my back
close
on
the
the
door.
Peeps.
Close
I
the
am
door,
fully behind Gyro. Okay,
Ugh.
Gyro is always a madman on the field. If AJ just keeps stepping up with the striking, Illusion isn't as big of a factor here. He's crazy, don't get me wrong, but it's Gyro and AJ. Those are the 2 players you got to watch out for. If they alone can beat the 1v3 of First Killer, which is what they got to worry about, they're set.
All right, I'm gonna get Gibbs to go last because I'm also going to the Peeps, and I want to see if we split the desk or if we all curse the Peeps here by not sleeping on them this time. Because I feel like, again, they have their number, and I feel like that may be the situation again here.
Yeah, Peeps won 3 in a row when they play Rogue, but we got to remember Regional 3 Rogue. They were 0-2 versus G2. They win 3 straight, and then they weren't looking that great on day 3, but day 4, they popped off. It's the same thing here. They didn't look good on day 1, but leg day happened for First Killer overnight. He was working on those legs.
Wait, what if he's sore, though? Then it's over.
He's ready to go. On day 2, Rogue is looking fantastic. I said, between Space Station and Rogue, whoever won that, I see them going all the way to the grand finals, so I'm going Rogue.
Rogue for Gibbs. He's going to split the desk here and take that. He's going to sleep on the Peeps. The question is, chat, are you sleeping on the Peeps here? And you are. 65% in favor of Rogue. Honestly, a bit understandable. We've seen what they can do. They've taken one of those regionals before, and they're looking to do it again. We'll see if they can do it against the Peeps here in this match. Get on Twitter at RL Esports, hashtag RLCS. But now it's time to head over to the Ford Skybox for Rogue versus the Peep with Fabio and Corelli.
I'm not sure who Leaf's talking about, but I do know that Turtle's onto something about leg day, Corelli. And it's true. You don't work your legs, and you only do
your upper body,
the squat rack. You look ridiculous. Come on. Look, Rogue have been pumping iron all day, Corelli. And you know who else is pulling iron? That Ford F-150 painting the lines on the pitch, getting ready for this match. I think this is going to be a great match. Peeps always play Rogue tough. This is going to be a great best of 7.
Yeah, I mean, we can't forget. I mean, Peeps the reason why Rogue are in the losers bracket at all here in the major. And both teams have been ramping up coming into this major, and both teams have done well so far, of course. We'll see who peaks the hardest here in this series, as you can make a good argument for both, but right now I think the statement still stands. You have got to shut down First Killer if you
That's
want
all I
a
gotta say.
chance of doing something against Rogue.
Well, First Killer already getting hot to start the day, or start the game, excuse me. Already started here to Roko. Nothing there for Rogue. Peeps gonna stop a couple attacks here. AJ stops 2 challenges off of Turinturo. A slow start. Gyro has the carry. And, you saw Illusion. Illusion just rotated with complete faith in Gyro on that play.
Yeah.
For how long he had carried it, and that shot not close enough.
That's for real, bro. What the hell?
And that felt preventable from the Peeps.
Yeah, but look at this bounce from Turintro's shot. All of the Peeps were going after this one, and it bounces out back towards Toronto.
Wow.
Everyone from the Peeps jumped at it, and everyone was out of net.
Hey, 98, let's go. You should probably have like 2 more, yeah?
Not exactly how Peeps want to start it. I mean, that push field was looking promising.
Oh, I'm at the freaking press. I want to turn it down. No. Oh, big double tappers.
While AJ was trying to get a bump in net, and it just that play never really developed for them, and it turned into a disaster on defense. Rogue already have another shot, and that one turned away by Illusion.
Yeah, I mean, you could just see the command right off that kickoff.
Oh, wow.
Insane. Downfield with a good dribble or a good passing play. Here's the Peeps, though, trying to set up something for themselves, and unfortunately, back into the hands of Rogue. Now Turinturo trying to get a second touch as AJ pierces off his own back wall.
And First Killer bumped off the ball as well. Taroko forced to wait. Gyro right in front. Forces the 50 out for Illusion. But First Killer comes back. Gets a touch out for Turinturo. So Peeps, their drives just killed. Turinturo saw that player bite, and now he gets the pass, but the challenge sends it a little too far away. First Killer will steal that boost for his effort.
Very interesting.
Will come right back in. So we think Rogue are going to leave an option on the table. They come right back in with a rotation and are able to clean up. First Killer will just go for a boost, and Taroko will take the challenge. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Rogue can slice it 1,000 different ways to make it work.
Yeah, and the Peeps really not testing the defense of Rogue right now, but a good demo might open things up. AJ gets it to the back.
Oh, nice.
Gyro cuts inside to put it away.
I mean, this is just a
Gyro, Euro.
You get exactly the pinch you want off the wall, and Gyro's in the right spot for it. So many times that pinch screams across the crossbar, or it bounces off another player, and your follow-up man never really gets a shot at the net, but that one had the perfect arc for Gyro to take it and right around every Rogue defender. Nice job by AJ.
Yeah, finally Peeps able to break through. I was just making the mention that they hadn't done too much on offense. They had a couple good looks at the beginning, but after that first goal, it had been Rogue who had looked more dangerous, and here they come again as Illusion is able to slow down that attack. Turinturo trying to get a piece of it, can't. Illusion now off the back wall, and Turinturo again.
Ninja Wheels goalkeeper certified, non-painted. Wow.
Peeps seem to play him tough. I mean, Peeps have been playing everyone tough.
F in the chat. F in
might
chat.
be on a path here in the lower bracket. AJ gets the bump, but not before Turinturo could get the touch. First Killer, that's a hard touch out. Peeps are starting to control the pitch. First Killer downfield, put some pressure on the Peeps and AJ to make the save. But that stop means Turinturo gets a pass to Taroko, who's saved by Gyro.
Couple good looks here for Rogue, still setting this ball up, lobbing it above the net as well. Making the Peeps use that boost, slowly whittling away at their supply, and that shot turned away by Gyro. First Killer finding the tough angle.
Damn, that's tough.
Rogue
F in the chat.
Pressure on. Here comes First Killer, trying to fight through the defense. Another ball lobbed.
All right, see you later, Pyro. Thanks for stopping by, brother.
AJ. You can see Rogue, every single clear from the Peeps, straight into a Rogue player.
Oh, AJ again gets the pop up, but First Killer comes quickly around him. Can't make the next challenge happen, but Turinturo's there. Peeps excellent on defense on the backboard. Even right here, Rogue are just kind of waiting in midfield. Now First Killer is blessed with a touch, but that's taken right back down. Turinturo shot above the player, and
what a save
from the sky is all AJ to get the next save. Yet they have to do it again, but Gyro takes away the shot from Turinturo.
The ninth save from the Peeps, and it might be about 10 as First Killer threatening once more. That's a double commit here from Rogue. But a good second touch from Turinturo and a pass from First Killer. Actually
what a bump.
His pass himself And Illusion there to turn it away. And boy, oh boy, the Peeps struggling to stay above water here.
They're treading as hard as they can. AJ, another challenge. He's got 4 of those 9 saves. Gyro, who has to pick up another one. That's his 4th save. Back out to the side. Illusion, he just got zoned out by Taroko. And so Illusion, you know, he got back to the ball, but he's got no boost. Turinturo didn't know. He didn't have any boost. First Killer grabs this. And does Rogue have a chance at the end of regulation? He flips it over Gyro. And Illusion plays it out to the side. Taroko backflips, and it bounces off the ramp. A little bit of boost for AJ. Makes him think he's got the flip reset, but instead we got overtime.
First Killer by himself has 9 shots right now for Rogue. And that flurry of like 1.5 to 2 minutes of opportunity for Rogue. And yet here they are, the Peeps, tied up in overtime here in game 1. They've been able to weather the storm, but it's coming back. As Rogue still threatening here, and the Peeps looking for a clear, and they're not even going to get it past half field. First Killer looking for a second touch, back post. Oh, First Killer, beautiful touch to end game 1.
Oh, and this ball made you watch. That double, perfect placement. This dude is ridiculous, Corelli. Every time.
I don't even know what to say, man. That was
insane.
Smooth, and he was 1 for 10, baby. But that was a clean 1 goal from First Killer.
I mean, some of the shots were tough. Like AJ had a couple of nice saves against him, but you're right, man. 1 shot's all it takes, and it was a pretty one. I don't know, man. I know Johnny was saying it earlier during his game that First Killer, right now by far and away the best player in North America. He does stuff like that to put his team above. First Killer can 1v3 a team, and it feels like there's 2 of him on the field at times. That time, Turinturo and Taroko, certainly, they always do their part, but First Killer just always has the light on him. Somehow, some way, when Rogue need a player to shine, First Killer is always that guy.
Yeah, and it is crazy because of the type of players they have. Who are not named First Killer on this team with Taroko and Turinturo. I mean, those players themselves are fantastic, and somehow First Killer shines so bright above them, and that's what I think makes Rogue such a scary team. You have a player like First Killer who can do these types of things, but you have such great backup as well. The mechanical ability that supports First Killer is just as strong, and that's what makes Rogue so well. When we start to see him peak like this, North America better look out.
Now, Rogue, it was a tight game 1. Peeps by no means are out of it, but if they have to play defense
close the door, Milani,
for much longer, Rogue might start finding the back of the net more often. Now, Peeps hope to play less defense and much more offense, but we might get more of the same here as First Killer's ready to take this ball away, and Gyro did just that to him. Got taken off the pitch for his efforts.
And you know, Derby, I think the very obvious thing to say about the Peeps, you know, I think we were talking a lot about Rogue, but for Peeps, I mean, look, they played defense for most of that game. They had to play goal line defense for most of that game. And it was just this onslaught of attack from Rogue that never allowed the Peeps to come out. Now, there were opportunities for the Peeps, but it really is about gaining possession of the ball longer than a few seconds because Rogue have been all over them.
I mean, that's the frustrating thing, right? It's like you feel like you can't take an advanced position if you're on the Peeps because there's always a screaming shot on them. Somebody has to be ready to block. Even right here, they're just lobbing the ball into the air, passing it to each other, and then they get the rebound. First Killer got bumped, and had he not, that's likely a goal.
And that's just as good as making the save at this point.
Yeah.
First Killer, a dangerous spot here, has a flip, but couldn't do anything with it. Taroko's still going to keep it dangerous here for Rogue. And Jorby, you just said it, and I think I said it in the first game as well. It's just these balls lobbed above the net slowly break down the defense of the Peeps. And over, Rogue has a player up and ready to put the shot on target or at least keep that volley going. Kind of like that OG backboard play that we used to see in RLCS so many seasons ago. But it's just this more perfected and mechanical form.
Gyro finally gets a challenge in midfield where Peeps couldn't even get to midfield before. But AJ sits right back to his own wall. Has to do some fancy wheel work to do it, and Turinturo just takes the ball away.
Turo said, no sir, blocking it.
And you see Peeps, they're trying to get a man downfield to at least challenge midfield, but at some point they get too scared because if you send one man up, you don't have him back there to eventually make the save. And look, they're off the field, and Turinturo gets the goal off of his own demo.
And you know what's the best part about this? This should have been a transition for the Peeps. They should have been going downfield with possession, and in the transition, rotating back to defense, Rogue somehow turn it back around for offense. Beautifully done to find each other, to transition 2 times, back to defense, onto offense. Wonderfully done to switch gears so fast from Rogue.
Turo lets that one drop. First killer, gonna slow it down. He sees AJ in a precarious spot. He gets the bump on the gyro as well, and AJ has to hustle just to get back to it. Finally, Illusion finds a lane down to AJ, but AJ gets boost, and then he gets blown apart. Taroko takes over, and he's already over a Peeps player. Underneath on the flip reset, but not what he wanted, and Peeps get the clear for now.
And Rogue are just so happy to throw this ball in awkward spots. No follow-up here now. First killer has the flip reset, looking for a second touch. Oh, he might just junk it through.
Oh my God.
Taroko finally puts it away.
Even if he's not scoring, he's creating the most value on the pitch for his team. He's got so much space in front. Of course he's going to play it off the ceiling on a flip reset and then absolutely destroy you on the challenge for Taroko to take the
48,
shot.
almost 50.
You have that much space as first killer? That's going to happen 11 out of 10 times, Corelli.
And what do you do if you're the Peeps here? You maybe stop first killer's shot, but you've got Turinturo and Taroko to back them up. And they haven't even been called on that much in this game. Here's Taroko, maybe to make the difference himself. Looking for the back wall. He does find it, and Turo was there. But turned away by Illusion. The Peeps, there has just been nothing in the form of offense coming out from this squad in orange. 0 shots for the Peeps so far.
Oh, and you can feel the desperation there. Gyro's touch. He wanted to give Illusion a chance. Oh my gosh, what a pass. First killer. Couldn't quite find an angle on it, and Taroko trying to avoid that demo as he stole the midfield boost.
That's what I was like. My brothers want to freaking see me complain because they know they. Man, fuck them.
On the other side of the field. Well, Peeps took their sweet time getting back to midfield, and so it's Rogue ball again here. Not the best touch, actually probably the best touch for Taroko to get it back to Turo. But his shot never comes. Illusion gets that.
Rogue had done such a great job to break down the midfield. This is the opportunity for the Peeps. They need this one. A huge opportunity and completely whiffed.
Wow.
A free net to shoot on. 3-0 for Rogue.
I think it's a full body workout for first killer. He picks up that, not just that save, but then gets the challenge on the ground. Peeps committed the entire unit to get to that ball, and nobody could find anything. And so Taroko gets the freest field hit he's ever seen in his RLCS career. I mean, it's easy, Corelli. It's easy.
And that was the opportunity for Peeps to push so hard. I mean, I don't blame them for sending everyone, especially when you're coming up under a minute. You feel like you have to. Could have been the difference. This one is going to find the back of the net, and Gyro does finally give some life to this Peeps offense.
Yeah, a little bit of help from his friends on the blue side, but you take it where you can get it. And from the angle I was looking at, it looked like Turinturo helped out, but you're right, Gyro just getting the touch he needed. And honestly, Peeps just have to take a breath and take a beat because they've just gotten driven around. In fact, wrapped around.
There it is.
But all it takes is one kickoff and one challenge to put you from 0 to a potential tie game.
Look, you can play great for 4.5 minutes, but when it comes down to the final 30 seconds, the game can be flipped on its head. And now within 1 for the Peeps with that kickoff goal, opportunity arises to steal this game away.
For how much we've been praising Rogue for how they've looked, it would be crazy for the Peeps to steal this in the remaining 30 seconds. Turo trying to keep that ball away, but Illusion grabs the ball. AJ was already downfield.
Oh, man.
But Taroko makes the challenge happen. This is still favorable for the Peeps, but Taroko winning that challenge is going to make things difficult for them moving down to the blue half. Now, the pop-up for Illusion. Stopped by Turinturo, but still
double commit.
From Gyro.
Nice.
With 2 seconds remaining, the Peeps won't go quiet.
I was watching on AJ's camera. He got called off twice for his teammates to go in Illusion, and then Gyro, he had full boost to work with.
Nice shot placement.
Patiently for everyone to go, and then struck when he was needed most. 2 seconds left, and the Peeps tie it up.
3 goals inside of a minute for the Peeps. And how is this going to overtime? Rogue dominated for 4 minutes.
Insane.
Would be crazy to see the Peeps pull this one out, and they absolutely can now within 1 goal.
Momentum is as fickle as anything, and it has flipped into the Peeps' favor. But Turinturo looks to stop that one right here. Gyro picks up the first save, and Taroko won't be there. But First Killer gets a look at the net, and he gets the goal. Rogue still win!
Shutting them down and shutting them up in this game. You thought the Peeps were going to make the comeback, and then First Killer rears his ugly head to put it away. 20 seconds, and Rogue back on top.
That just takes the wind out of your sails. If you're the Peeps, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better situation down 0-3 with a minute left.
Crow's throwing hands, he's freaking punching air right now, dude.
And then
Crow's punching air right now.
Punished off of a series of challenges down the field, and now you've lost the game. So where does it end here for the Peeps, or rather, where does it begin?
Well, look, I mean, getting into the first 2 goals for the Peeps, it was congested inside the box and then a kickoff goal, right? I mean, 4.5 minutes of this game, we didn't see anything for the Peeps. In fact, I think up until maybe the last minute or so, they didn't even have a shot. So for the Peeps, it's more about zooming out and looking at the broader scope of things and saying that entire game was not good from us. I know we made the comeback there, but the first 4 minutes chunks of that game was not very good. And that is the bigger, I think, issue for the Peeps, is playing a more full game. It's great that you made the comeback at the end, but you don't want to have to do that every time. And with Rogue just running laps around you in the first half of the game, first 75% of the game, you don't want to be playing against that.
Speaking of running laps, Corelli, how is it that Rogue look like they lap every team that they play? Like, we saw it the final day of Regional 3. They did the same thing against NRG. They were literally lapping them around the pitch. And for a little bit, they were doing the same to the Peeps here. It's just, this Rogue team, they don't look this way on any other day. But for some reason, when it comes to Championship Sunday, this team is starting to find a flow that is consistent and scary.
And again, this is, I mean, we can say this for about a lot of NA teams, but especially this one with the type of players that they have for Rogue. I mean, these teams peaking, these players peaking, it's scary what they're able to do. And you're seeing that in Rogue, really coming into form. All 3 players playing well, but playing well as a team. And that's really been the missing piece for Rogue for a long time. Now as a team, they're performing and they're taking on big teams and winning in commanding fashion.
You know, Peeps trying to do what they can to get out of the orange half, but First Killer, he can catch the ball at any speed. And AJ, he can't even find a way out. Rogue just, they come back from like the opposite side of the pitch to make a challenge happen before Peeps even get a handle on the ball. And while it takes a lot of boost to do stuff like that, they keep winning the boost. So as long as those 2 things remain true, if they can keep stealing the boost and keep screaming across and making the challenges happen.
What a save.
Keep happening, and Gyro just got there for the save.
And all 3 of Rogue had an opportunity. Here comes AJ. They're looking for the second touch and won't be able to get back to it in time. And everyone from Rogue getting an opportunity on net. They were tough shots, but getting an opportunity. Here's a pass down to Taroko. Big shot turned away by AJ. Turinturo off the ceiling. Here comes First Killer. Has boost to work with. Everyone from the Peeps goes, but they make the save. And Rogue still trying to battle for it in the corner. It's finally shut down.
And Turinturo will get the back pass there from First Killer. And was taking a quick look at the pitch to see if anyone was coming to challenge him.
I know you see. I know you see.
The resources have been thin for them.
No way that goes in.
Another save. Here comes Taroko. Can't find it, but Turinturo does. Bar down and in. 1-0 Rogue.
And it's the same story every single game. The Peeps treading water to stay above Rogue. And right now, it's 9 shots to Rogue to the 0 of the Peeps once again, coming up on halftime. And Rogue finally break the defense of the Peeps. It's the same story.
Yeah, trying to emerge from under the water. They haven't had a lot of breathing room. And Rogue underneath, First Killer trying to get creative. And that might have caught Rogue out. Taroko picks up the save, but the double commit. And just no quick response here from Peeps. AJ wraps around, creates an opportunity for Illusion, but he got bumped on his way through. And no shot for Illusion.
And I think it was one of the peeps that bumped one of the rogue players into Illusion. And unfortunate domino effect. The peeps still within one, and that's the important thing to remember here is although the peeps, they haven't had that great of offense, their defense has been holding pretty strong for what they're going up against, giving up one goal with the amount of attempts that Rogue have had, as Taroko almost reads the dunk on Illusion. Here comes AJ, then a chance for the peeps to tie it up.
No challenge for Illusion in the corner.
Wow.
The corners in Rogue territory have not been an area where peeps have been able to do anything. First killer. Can't get anything going. That demo from Gyro opens up space for AJ. He finds the pass to Illusion, but nothing on the net. Gyro kicks it high above the backboard. And again, no shots. First killer gets the bump, and AJ has to make up for lost time. Gyro gets taken out of the play. Just when peeps start to stabilize, Rogue throw a wrench into their gears, and there's nothing for them. Taroko has the net, and Turrituro gets the assist. Rogue cannot be stopped.
It's like Rogue could just throw the ball in any setup position in the middle of the field, and someone from Rogue is going to beat peeps to the ball. Taroko basically had an open net to shoot on because he was going to get there first. Nobody from the peeps back. And great work from Turrituro. You have to give him credit on that pass. Just in the gap of the peeps defense inside the box. And a 2-0 lead now for Rogue. And in a game, another game, where they're just dominating.
To what you said about seeming every touch towards the center, there's a Rogue player there. You remember Space Station when they were like the first real dominant team in North America as Taroko picks up
Oh my God.
Like, this feels like that Space Station team where every single touch is gold. Every single decision is perfect, and they make zero mistakes. On this pitch right now against the peeps, Rogue are playing perfect Rocket League. It's 3-0, and I don't think the peeps are going to get this minute 3-goal comeback that they got. Hang on.
Hold on a second. Hold on, Dorby.
Don't tell me Jorby's gonna jinx it, bro.
Jorby, they've gotten through the first 4 minutes of the game. This is where the peeps really start to play. And Gyro off the kickoff gets one back. And with 50 seconds left, certainly possible, but they are going to need some quick goals here, Jorby.
They were able to get a quick one off the kickoff when they did it in the last game. Maybe they will get it here, but Illusion, he didn't get the boost in midfield. He's a little bit slower. Gyro wraps back around, can't hang on to the ball. Here's Turrituro downfield. Has the pass for first killer or not? And it's bounced right back. Uh-oh, Taroko. Dangerous spot. He makes the touch he needs to, though. And that wastes a lot of time off the clock. Peeps, another push downfield. Can't win another challenge.
Oh, boy.
First killer's there.
Yo.
First killer sends it across, and Taroko gets another one. Taroko has been feasting all day, and he's got the 2 best hunters that he could ask for, putting food on his plate.
I just cannot believe that got by AJ. That should just not happen. From that angle to be pushed across the box all the way to the back post, and nobody from the peeps there to make a block. And for Rogue, they are going to take this game in the final 14 seconds. How about another one for Taroko? 4 goals for him.
God, they're just pouring it on freaking peeps, yo. Jesus Christ.
Rogue up 5-1, and I think we can end it at that. What a performance from Rogue in this match. And it's not even over yet, Corelli. They got one more to go after this. And with the shellacking that the peeps have taken from Rogue.
Rogue is dogging these niggas, bro. Oh my goodness gracious.
One more game.
Insane.
Get another sweep on their incredible lower bracket run so far. The peeps have a lot to get done, and maybe with an AJ double tap, they can get started.
Well, it's not going to be in this game, Jorby, as the peeps, again, just completely decimated by the offense of Rogue. And, you know, I don't like to bag on the losing team too much because, you know, it's not my style, but it does feel like for the peeps right now, Rogue has just outplayed them in every facet of the game. The speed, the control. I mean, it's just everything up and down the field. They are running laps around peeps and dragging them up and down the field. That is how good Rogue is right now.
I don't really think you can say much about the peeps badly, Corelli, because Rogue are playing that good.
Damn, who would have thought Rogue would elevate to another level ever since Crow left?
Look right now in that regional 3 grand final. Like, it almost looks exactly the same to me. Rogue have hit the next dimension of play somehow on Championship Sunday. They look ridiculous right now. And every push that the Peeps get, you see it even right there. Those goals that they got, low boost, zero boost, struggling just to get back to the next challenge. And the only way they get those goals is if the challenge goes somewhere wonky and Rogue weren't ready for it. But 99% of the time, Rogue have been ready for it. In fact, it's the Peeps that have to respond every time. So are the Peeps playing poorly? No, Rogue are just playing that good.
Yeah, and right now, if Rogue were to finish out this series, you'll think about NRG and Team Envy and who they're going to have to play. It might even be a harder matchup after they lose to have to go and play Rogue if Rogue were to win this series. So, you know, nobody's happy about how good Rogue is playing except for Rogue and their fans right now, because they are a force to be reckoned with. And look, earlier today they proved that with Space Station. They're making another statement here against the Peeps in a series that they're most likely going to win. And then they might be able to make another statement in the next series. It's just been Rogue up and down here today and yesterday, quite honestly. They had one slip up, and that was it against the Peeps early on. They have made amends here so far.
Rogue started off today with a 4-0 sweep that a lot of people thought was going to be closer. And now they might have another 4-0 sweep under their belt before they go to play Team Envy. We'll see if the Peeps can start something here in Game 4, something that resembles some sort of structure. If they can beat through this Rogue attack, they do get the first shot of the game. Gyro gets a demo on the first killer. This is good for the Peeps, but a little too far back is the follow-up, and Illusion has to kick.
If he had more boost, he would have had it.
Couldn't squeeze it in.
Yeah, good look here in the first 30 seconds from the Peeps, but not able to put anything away. But they do get a shot, which they've been shut out on shots for multiple minutes. But Taroko, can he put it down off the crossbar? He can't. First killer trying to set up turns row. Here he comes to drop it down to Taroko. Didn't like the look he had to take it himself. Good dunk by Taroko. Forces AJ on the clear.
AJ, did he just switch to a Dominus?
Yep.
He's in his own. He might be in his own head, but you see the card change, and that's when you know the mental game is a struggle for the Peeps right now. AJ Dominus is a comfortable place for him.
Oof.
And so if that's what can help kickstart this Peeps offense, then good on you for it. But Rogue are able to stop another Peeps attack here, looking a little more equal than it did at the start of the previous games. Peeps even leading in the shots at the moment, but few and far between. Each shot comes after a series of challenges, and Taroko works the entire team down the pitch. He might even get the pass, can't find a touch.
I think this is a good spot, though, for the Peeps, even though, of course, they're playing defense at the moment, but they're already in this game a lot more than they were in the last few. That ball's played off the backboard and no one there to follow up. It feels a little bit more conservative approach here from Rogue than in previous games, and that might just be because of the Peeps getting their act together here in this fourth game. They don't want to go down with at least a fight here. Gyro doesn't make good contact. Illusion gets it downfield, but no one there to follow up. AJ trying to keep the attack on through the midfield. It's up to Gyro, gives it back to AJ, and the shot actually blocked by Gyro, but Rogue would have been all over it.
Yeah, Rogue, now they got to turn around quickly too. Turo flips it right over AJ. The shot.
Oh my God.
First killer, Rogue get the first.
And first killer here again to get his first goal. And great flick. Look at that monster flick from Turintro to find first killer to the back post as well. Clean. Very clean from Rogue here.
God damn.
Get the first goal at halftime.
Putting a beating on the Peeps, yo.
Peeps were able to generate a little bit, Corelli, but just hasn't been happening for them yet. A couple of shots, maybe this one sneaks in between Taroko and first killer. But no,
I guess
Rogue
not.
The ball away again. And the time has ticked away quite quickly. I was almost shocked to look at the clock and see almost 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah. I mean, two players on the pitch haven't even broke 100 points yet.
I mean, that's just, it's been like dead ball. And Rogue have just been launching it downfield flat way. And I look at first killer's stat line, and he already has 3 saves. So, Peeps, they're getting offense, but the shots, they haven't been plentiful. And first killer got the steal, almost found his way around the ball. Taroko comes flying in, and the block needed from Gyro. He got there. First killer couldn't quite outrace Illusion to the ball. He's got Gyro downfield, but can't make solid contact.
Damn.
And that's the best transition look Peeps have got.
I think that one got away from him there. Gyro was there, and that one probably would have found the back of the net. Instead, Rogue here now trying to put the attack on. A ball off the ceiling. Turintro. Oh, they take the second touch, and Taroko sweeps it out in front of everybody for the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Rogue are in the Peeps' heads right now. He doesn't have to get back to that touch. Oh, man.
Illusion had his eyes on Turo the entire time. Wasn't seeing Taroko come through.
Oof,
he
man,
was positioning for that pinch. And unfortunate, as Rogue now up 2-0 with 1:20 left.
Might be 3-0 here if they can't get back to this ball. First killer gets the dunk off the back.
The hell?
On the left, up top, down below, from underground, from another stadium. It does not matter. First killer puts the ball in the back of the net.
That is a spectacular touch from First Killer. That is way harder than it looks. And to find the angle with the defender at the post, my goodness, First Killer. That might even top the one he had in the first game.
What else does he have to show us? He's going to have more games to show off, because that's just what First Killer does. Another minute left and another 0-3 Peeps deficit that they have to crawl their way out of, if they can crawl anymore. Here's a shot. First Killer takes away. And again, Peeps pass to nobody. Gyro has to turn back around on it. And Turo, a little 360 for your effort. First Killer,
wow, that almost dropped in.
And it's all just a victory lap for Rogue at this point. 40 seconds left. You launch another one.
Wow.
It's 4-0. It's victory for Rogue.
Oh my goodness, Rogue. They are looking so scary, and good luck between Envy and NRG.
Yes,
because
good luck.
you are gonna need it here. To whoever loses that series, they're going to have to play Rogue. Not win, although they might both end up playing Rogue with this type of form, as Rogue just walking to the finish line now. It has been a dominant series from Rogue against Space Station.
Wow.
And even more dominant here against the Peeps, as they are looking like the best team in North America here at this major.
Well, I do got great news for you, Corelli. We did play the upper bracket final, and so Envy will be playing Rogue here in the lower bracket.
Yes.
You know, you were there. You were there. Crazy.
That's what I get for not refreshing my bracket, Jorby.
I had to leave you on. I had to leave you out on that one, Corelli. I'm sorry. Turinturo gets the flip reset, doesn't get the goal, but Rogue 8-0 today as they move on to play Team Envy in this lower bracket run. What a performance!
Yeah, I mean, that's really all you can say. What a performance, and you really just sit back in awe and watch this Rogue team go. I know we've been really sucking up to them, but this is incredible Rocket League gameplay that we are seeing out of Rogue, and look, it can only go up from here. They look so strong. Now they have to take on another huge Titan and see if they can do it.
It's gonna be a tough one, but is it? Rogue look like they're on a different plane of existence today. They have Team Envy up next. NRG wait in the wings of the grand final. Who moves on to face them? You'll find out after the break.
The all-new Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition. It's part legendary beast, part, where's the truck? Oh, man. That kind of spooked me, I'll admit. Actually, that's kind of cool. The new Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition. Available now.
Verizon knows how to build unlimited right. Start with America's most awarded network.
I'm on my phone 24/7.
Then, for the first time ever, give families more entertainment with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, now all included.
We're a big soccer family. Handmaid's Tale, I love.
67, y'all.
Then give families plans to mix and match.
I'm so close.
So you only pay for what you need.
You get so much more than this. A great network.
With plans starting at just $35. The network more people rely on gives you more. This is unlimited built right. Only on Verizon.
Alright guys, I'm heading off here. Y'all can watch the rest of the RLCS. I'll start up another stream and just start playing Rocket League, I guess. I don't know. Grand Finals is about to be on in like a couple minutes, so y'all enjoy that. Hope y'all have a good day. I'll be playing Rocket League after the stream, so make sure to, you know, be here or be square. I don't know. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. Peace. Have a good one.